Welcome everyone to session 35 of A Net on the DL. I will be rolling a D4 to see who's telling. And that's you, Mr. Biggin. You're giving us the recap.
Nice.
Right. Are we rolling?
I already
Is
rolled.
the tape rolling? No,
Yes.
is the tape rolling?
Yeah.
Oh, well, this is
Wait,
fun.
I thought I was 2 last time. Did you change them?
I change them each time I do.
Oh, cool.
Right. Well, to put it lightly, the mayhem continued. Immediately where we picked up on 817, we were informed by Mikhail that there was a runner who basically went and told whoever was inside the cave that a fight had popped off outside. The party then quickly healed up and gathered all of its allies and proceeded to charge in a rather odd pincer maneuver around the inner fortress inside the cave, not being all that stealthy considering Zod lit a torch because he couldn't see, and well, the BigYin didn't have anything to, give him night vision. Not a whole lot of thought was put into our advance, but advanced we did. And um yeah, to put it lightly, there was a firefight. I mean, literally, we're literally talking Boondock Saints. There was a bloody firefight, everyone. If you know what I'm saying, I believe everyone knows the meme. Um, we pull open the door, and we are greeted by, and there's basically this big wall, giant double doors. We opened one of the doors, and by we I mean Ulrich, our intrepid heroes Ulrich
Just
and
Ulrich. Just Ulrich.
Ulrich pulls open the door, and with our barbarian sitting on the other side waiting to go, and yeah, shit goes sideways really fast. Ulrich is confronted by an Etin, two Bloodfray giants, and then kind of in the back there appeared to be other human, smaller stature, possibly elvish.
You said other
And
humanoids, correct? There, you cut out.
humanoids.
Cool.
Humanoids. And Ulrich proceeded to get attacked by the Etin, the Bloodfray giant, and took a couple of magical arrows to the chest. Yeah, then everything just kind of popped off and proceeded to get really hairy. Um, the Etin actually went down pretty not too badly. I mean, we pulled Ulrich back, got him healed up, shut the door, and then we opened the doors back up again.
You
The
never shut
fight
the door.
continued. Oh, we never shut the door? I
No,
thought we
never.
shut the door.
Nope, never
Fine,
shut the
we
door.
never shut the door. And then all of a sudden, at one point, the walls of the fortress come down magically, and it's an open field for combat. Zod is whacking away in the doorway, trying to whack people with his mace. So is Ulrich banging away with his axe. Elwarin and his mom are shooting arrows left, right, and center, and things are looking pretty bleak at this point because with the walls down, we are all exposed. And then Mikhail comes in for the save, turns Elwarin's dad into a T-Rex, and Elwarin's dad proceeds to march through past these down walls to the evil ranger who was previously filling him full of magical arrows that were turning corners. Mind you, that's kind of badass to begin with, and proceeds to try and eat her. Well, one of the Ranger's minions, does magic stuff and proceeds to basically rescue the evil Ranger from her near one-hit death, well, two-hit death because she was knocked unconscious by the first big bite. And at that point, it was just kind of wrapping up the final attacks. And after all the fighting was done, there were a bunch of papers left on the table. Clearly, someone was in examining the papers, it was very clear that the person firing all the arrows is somehow in league with the Earth cultists. We did find a magical secret compartment underneath the table that hid a very new and oddly familiar Earth cultist amulet to Ulrich, it would seem. But this isn't known to the majority of the party. This is something only Ulrich knows. he hid it very, very well from the rest of the party. So no one else knows that Ulrich recognizes this thing, but he doesn't quite remember how he recognizes it. And basically, it turns out the attack on the High Forest and the Furbolgs there and the elves and everything was really a probe to gauge response, strength of forces, etc., etc., and then a contact report was requested. So it's kind of like a reconnaissance in force with a designed to be pulled back. And I don't think the baddies ever expected to have a party track them all the way back to their fortress, fight their way inside, and then kind of interrupt things. However, we didn't get the ranger, so she escaped with her intel, and is in will likely recover and will be able to communicate her information to the other baddies. Where we left off, we were all very tired, getting ready to kind of go our separate ways, and BigYin has decided to he thanked Ulrich for coming along on this very kind of long sidetrack and has agreed that there is now more than enough overwhelming evidence that we need to get our asses back to Red Larch and go kick the shit out of some Earth cultists. And so we are picking up with some character growth, with a possible new friendship, and Lando and Elwarin just kicking some major ass, and basically healing up and getting ready for the next bit of action and skullduggery.
Cool. Couple things.
So we begin.
So Elwarin's father, Ivel, got knocked down during the fight by the person who's kind of commanding all of these giants and Ettins, and her companion, the mage. So he was knocked down from her magical bewitching arrows, and then BigYin and Elwarin were initiated into the Emerald Enclave. I'm very surprised you missed that in your recap, but that is a-okay.
Well, I didn't. Oh yeah, I did kind of forget that bit, didn't I?
Yeah. So they have
Yeah, okay.
now each of them have a ring that only the two of them can see, and they can see the two rings on Ivel and Dara's fingers. And they were told that as long as they have the ring either on their finger or attached to their person somehow, they are linked into this Emerald Enclave network. In kind of like a radio frequency, they're tuned into the frequency, and they can reach out through the network to contact specific members of the Emerald Enclave in order to get information, or people can reach out to them, etc., etc. Or they can just tune into the radio station in their head and hear the different news that's going on with the Emerald Enclave. So that's where you find yourselves. And as that ceremony finishes, Dara and Ivel give BigYin a stiff handshake to welcome him into the order. And they give Elwarin a nice big hug. While they're giving you a hug, Dara whispers into your ear, be careful of that archer. I have some weird connection to her. I'm not quite sure what that is yet. I'm still working to investigate. This is the second time I've crossed her path, and she is a force to be reckoned with. So just keep your wits about you if you ever see her again.
Understood.
And they clasp you on the shoulder and say, we shall be heading off now. We have some work to be done in the other forests. We need to kind of rally the Emerald Enclave and the other elves and check on the Fyrbolgs and the forests here and there to make sure everything is still in order. Mikhail looks to you, Ulrich, and he says, I thank you so much for your help. I understand you didn't really get too much out of this endeavor, and I apologize for that. But know that if you ever need to get in contact with me, feel free to reach out to Garfield. He knows of a way to get in touch with me, and let him know that I told him you could do this, so you can get a free call to me whenever you need.
All right. Sounds good.
He kind of nods his head. He's like, "Oh, my one and only Dono, we shall need to put our excursions to the northern rivers and northern forests on hold as we kind of get word out about these upcoming issues that we foresee happening." And Dono just like, "Well, that's what we gotta do. That's what we gotta do. But I'm holding it to you, Mikhail. We're gonna go check those things out. Yes, yes. I promise you'll be able to get your sketches done." Zod walks over to you, Elwarin, and he says, "Oh, well, me boy, you've done a splendid job. I will go tell your father and mother and sister that you are safe, you are faring well, and maybe one day you'll be able to come back as a hero."
I'm assuming he's talking to the BigYin.
Yes, I think that's what I said. Maybe I said Elwarin. I
You said-
apologize. Yeah,
Yeah.
I meant
Okay.
BigYin. I apologize.
I mean, Uncle Zod, I'm sure they'll be very glad to hear I'm alive and healthy and all of that. It's all very good news and information. I'm sure they'll be very happy about it. But I think it pales in comparison to the suffering. Tell them they're in my thoughts, and I'm sorry I wasn't there.
Well,
But
we always need a shining light in the darkness when we can get it, right? And you, my boy, might be that light for our family.
I'll do what I can, Uncle. I'll do what I can, and
Yeah.
that's all I can promise.
He grabs the back of your neck and he kind of draws you in for like a kind of like head to head, like forehead to forehead touch. And he says, "Keep yourself safe, don't die, and keep these friends around. They seem to have a good head on their shoulders. That might be maybe it'll rub off on you eventually." As he laughs and releases you.
Thank you, Uncle.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So you guys can all feel free to exit the cave as you would like. The group kind of regroups outside. We'll say by the horses up to the northwestern portion, and we'll say like as you guys are looting the bodies and kind of checking through all the belongings, you get a total of 250 gold pieces and a smattering of about 50 rations from the entire camp that you guys can do with what you will.
250 divided by 4.
Or you can say 260. I'll just make it easy.
260.
I think we got 50 gold from the bodies last time.
I think that was from this room. Or sorry, yeah. So you got 250 gold from the bodies from this room, like the main room.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think
I
you guys
think
did.
I already added it into my account.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, you guys looted the bodies outside. So yeah, so inside that's what you found on the 2 blood freight giants and the At ninjas smattered throughout the rest of the room and throughout the rest of the camp is where you found the 50 rations.
I'll let Lando take as many of the rations as he wants.
Oh, man, he's very concerned you won't have enough rations. I get it.
I'll take 5 more because that's what I gave out.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
Like,
you guys are meeting up in
Ulrich-
northwest.
Ulrich's like, I don't really see why you need more than 10 days of food. We can hunt,
So
Like we got a literal ranger with us. Like that's his job.
right, let's take our horses and get back to the cart.
Yeah.
Shall we?
So you guys head off, and it takes you 3 hours to get back to the camp. You guys find your horses fairly quickly. Or you guys are still on your horses. So you just need to find
Yeah,
your
because
cart.
we left all our
Yeah.
horses up here, and if I recall
yeah.
correctly, we left the cart somewhere off here. When we realized we were getting into the woods, we left it in the trees and
Yeah, here.
camouflaged.
I'll bring you back to the main map, and I will show you guys where you left it because I put a marker on the map for it.
What
Yes.
time of the day is it now?
It's midday still. You guys only
Yeah.
spent like an hour doing all of this. It wasn't too long. If that, it's probably even less. It probably was less than that total. Probably 30 minutes
So
or so.
I
So it's
think-
like 3 o'clock ish, 3:30, somewhere around there. So it's that
I-
blue dot on the map is where you left
Yeah.
the cart.
So we get
so you
back.
guys, yeah, you guys head back to your cart, and then what are you guys doing?
You know, this is a pretty quiet place. We may as well rest up here, and then if we were to take the cart again, we'd have to rest on the road. We can either rest here or ride down to the Iron Road, rest on the road, and then make our way back towards Womford, the barge right, and then Red Larch.
So you guys would know that it would take you guys till like midnight, almost riding to the Iron Road from here.
Yeah, probably safer to rest here.
I'd say
What do you
we should rest up in the forest.
Yep.
Because who knows if there's any more of them. Like maybe we didn't get all the patrols or something. I don't know.
How
And
far,
there's the werewolves to be remembered.
how far away was the fort that we initially met up with everybody?
It's like 30 minutes from where you are right now.
So maybe just heading back there and resting there for the night might make sense.
That's what you guys want to do. That is where it seems that Dara, Mikhail, Ivel, and Dono are going to.
Yeah, that's pretty smart, at least for now. Rest up
just
there, stay nice
stay
and
for the
safe,
night.
and then
and
head out in the morning.
We can head
I
out
guess
early.
so.
Yeah, cool. I'll move this over to that map. I think is Dono here? Yeah, Dono is there. Cool. So yeah, you guys just make yourselves back into the tower, which still exists. I'm just gonna move you in there, BigYin.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Where are we?
Yeah,
Oh.
so your Uncle Zod parts ways with you guys once you guys get here. He says, well, I'm off to the north to relay information back to the Fearbold tribes. I will see you later, nephew, as he heads off.
I'll just kind of give him the nod.
Mm-hmm.
Then, well, I didn't know about you lads, but I'm knackered. And he's just gonna wander off to one of the bunks and go to sleep.
Sure. So yeah, you guys can rest up and like just kind of hang out and relax.
Actually, wait. Can I revise that for a second?
Sure.
He'd like to first spend about a couple hours meditating on his staff.
So,
And
like I said, the level up hasn't happened yet. It's going to happen
okay.
this evening.
Then
like,
he'll just
into
pass
next
the hell
evening.
out.
Yeah.
He'll pass the hell out. He's burnt out. He did a lot of magic. He's gonna pass the fuck out.
Sure. Are you guys having any conversations with anybody in the room? Or are you guys just going to sleep?
BigYin's burned out and
Yeah,
shell shocked, so
fine.
he's not talking to anyone.
Yeah, not a big deal.
Ulrich is very introspective and contemplative.
Sure.
Getting almost killed.
Mm-hmm.
He's so close.
So close.
Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow. Do we have, okay, yeah, Elwarin, what you got going on?
Well, I'm a little reserved. I almost saw my dad die, so I'm still trying to get that process. But I also want to kind of like chime into the Emerald Enclave radio, since I have the ability now to get a sense of what's going on.
Sure. So you hear a lot of just like random chatter. You hear words of like, hey, you know, we need additional resources in the Lurkwood Forest. Hey, we need and by resources they mean we need additional druids and healers to help the plant life and the fauna and the flora kind of thrive here. You hear word talking about trolls roaming through the high forest. They're still trying to get the rest of them as well as the orcs from this attack. You hear noises from pretty much every single portion of the different woods, all asking for aid or just relaying information back and forth. Is there anything specific you're looking to you're tying into?
At this point, I'm just kind of trying to figure out, because this is new to me,
Sure.
what's going on. So nothing specific. But I guess if there's anything, well, it sounds like everything is in the different parts of the forest, so that explains like where things are happening right now.
Yeah, so if you like try to focus and listen in on like what's happening in like the cold or like the Moonwood Forest or the Cold Forest, you hear like specific voices talking about a giant activity in the northern border. and some possible dragon activity that they just need to be aware of, and they're kind of keeping monitor on the situation. And as you kind of like pull out of that, and you go into, we'll say the high forest specifically, you hear a lot of different noises. You hear a lot of people requesting aid and requesting resources for the northern part of the high forest, just because of all these attacks, and they're trying to regroup their forces and make sure everybody's okay. And so you feel yourself being able to like tune in to specific portions and specific woods within these spaces. And if you knew people aside from your mom and dad, you could tune into their lines as well. So like you sit there and you try to tune into like what your mom is talking about. It's she's not talking at all to anyone, not to you. But as soon as you like trying to tune into her, you hear like a kind of ping sound, and she says, "Ah, well, I see you're learning how to use your new ring and found abilities with the Emerald Enclave. Typically, you would only tune into a specific person like this in order to get in contact with them. But yeah, this is gonna be a much faster way, I guess, for us to communicate as a family. You can have a kind of like both of us. You could ping myself and ping your father, and you can get both of us to chat with you at one time if you ever are lonely or have any information you'd like to relay to us. And if you are looking to just provide information, you just kind of start speaking and you set yourself to whatever forest you're aligned with, or whatever area of the world that you're in that you need request resources for, or you want to provide information for.
Awesome. This is great.
Yeah, and then you hear a ping as like the line as the connection's cut.
Out of character, is it like if I communicate with anybody through this, am I actually speaking out loud, or is it really
it's all in your head? Yeah. So okay. you'd be like focusing, like you'd be like almost like in a meditative state as you try to talk to people. Or if you're like walking around and like moving with like fully conscious, you would just be like just thinking in your head, and that's how you'd be talking to these folks.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. So Lando, now that you're back, the wolf kind of approaches you as he sees you kind of hanging out by the door.
Hello, wolf.
It's Bolt. I can't believe you forgotten my name. It hasn't even been 2 days.
I just call everybody wolf. I call dogs dog, or maybe the occasional dog named cat, or the occasional cat named dog. You know what I mean? Wolf.
Ulrich looks over. We've known each other for months. He only calls me dwarf. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah. Except I don't know if I've ever actually. I feel like I just avoid saying people's names, anyways. But yeah, I just refer to you by what you are.
Ulrich's trying to get your back so you don't lose face.
Yeah.
The wolf looks at both of you guys with the most incredulous face.
Incredulous, nice, great word choice.
As like his like kind of like you see his fur around his snout kind of move up, and then
I feel like you're giving this wolf a lot of facial credit.
Yeah, and like the eyebrows kind of raise as he's kind of like looking at both of you guys as you guys are speaking. He's like, well, I definitely enjoyed that. That was fun.
Who designed this wolf? Pixar?
No, that would be your DM. Your DM designed this wolf and has designed all the facial expressions. I've been very much so into mechatronics recently, so here we are. CGI is not. I haven't quite gotten into that phase yet, but working on
fair enough. I get it.
And so he says, I haven't had too many people ride me. It's the only people who I've allowed to ride me would be you. And as he looks back over to Dara and her, he shudders a little bit. So if you ever find yourself in my neck of the woods, feel free to reach out. I'm sure I can introduce you to the rest of the pack, and we can get everyone sorted with that.
Ooh, like give me my own wolf? Oh, that'd be so sick. I have like a wolf companion.
I wouldn't give you the wolf. You would have to bond with the wolf, if that makes sense.
Duh.
Like if a wolf is friendly enough with you and desires to hang out with you and go on an adventure, we would allow whatever wolf that would like to accompany you out into the world. But we would make some provisions with maybe some of the druids and some of the elves in the forest to allow the wolf to stay with us in case there's attacks, and teleport or move over to you as needed with your connection.
That sounds pretty nice. I would like to meet Wolf Jr. It'd be pretty great. And your
Hmm.
wolf wife.
Hmm.
Where
Perhaps.
is his neck of the woods?
If you ask your friend, he kind of knocks his head over to the BigYin who's passed out sleeping. He knows where we are. He can take you there.
Cool. Take me to the Wolf Clan. So,
Don't say that, because there are some barbarians with the Wolf Clan as the barbarian name. You don't want to meet with them by yourself, especially around here. It's not ideal.
I don't want to meet the barbarian wolves. Wait, what the fuck does a barbarian wolf even look like? I'm asking both as Lando and just for my
Yes.
own edification.
So he looks at you again. Now he's just sad for you because he realizes that you're not the brightest tool in the shed. But
I've
you're-
lived a life of crime.
Exactly. Yeah. But he's like, but you are very good with your brute force tactics. So he's
Yeah.
like, he's still okay with that. He's like, these are roving barbarian clans of humans or orcs or whatever amalgamation of people that are roaming these areas, and they ascry upon themselves a animal. So there is a roaming wolf tribe that roams the high forest and a few of the other forest areas, and there's a bunch of other different clans. I would just recommend you stay away. They're very much so like you. They don't speak too much. They just hit hard.
Yeah, that's talk less, fucking hit
So-
more.
Out of character. I believe he's talking about. Are you talking about like an aspect of the wolf barbarians?
No,
Barbarians.
literally the wolf barbarian clan. He just didn't know if they were like wolves that were
Okay.
barbarians that were like roaming around, or if like that's what he's asking me. So now he knows that it's like people, either humans or orcs or whatever humanoids that are barbarian like kind of clans that roam around and are kind of
Okay.
nomadic people.
Yeah. Like Legends of the Hidden Temple. You got
Sure.
the barbarians of the
Oh,
silver
okay.
snakes. And...
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Sure.
You've never
excellent.
seen Legends of the Hidden Temple?
Legends of the Hidden Temple is dope. I remember that show was. I was all about that show when I was a kid. I wanted to be on it so
we might
bad.
be too old. We might be too old.
It's like anyone in their we're in our 30s. We grew up watching Nickelodeon when it was like OG the shit, when it was like the best. It was awesome before it went to
That
crap.
was never a thing.
I think
We
we're
don't.
a little too young for it, I think, is what happened.
No, well, that too, but also just it was all about Tsunami.
Okay, that was Cartoon Network, and that was like the 2000s.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways,
Dude, I'm fucking 26. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
I didn't even watch TV
Cool.
as a child. I was deprived.
Yeah.
Except not really.
All right. Cool. Yeah. So Bolt kind of walks away after that as he smiles and he says, "Well, if you are ever in need of some more lightning companionship, you know where to find me." He comes back over here.
Ah, man! Before he gone, I wanted to give him like a little tummy rub.
You still have the chance. He's gonna hang out here.
No. That was my moment. It's
okay.
gone now.
I mean, you get the rest of the crew's planning to sleep here, so you can like cuddle up with him like you did last night. Anyways, you do you. Ulrich, getting to you. So as you like look over this amulet, the weight of it is what's super familiar to you. As you remember something that you may or may not regret at this point, something that you handed over to your superiors when you maybe should or shouldn't have, and you find a button.
Oh, I'm pushing that button.
Yeah,
for sure.
And the symbol of the Black Earth cult changes into a dragon's head again.
Huh.
And just to be clear, like these symbols don't have color to them. It's just in the shape of whatever. And that would be the same with your like the old like dwarven stuff. There's never any color on them. They just were shaped. Yeah.
So you're specifically saying the Black Earth cult? Is it the same as the Earth cult pendant? Like the?
Yeah, it's the same symbol.
Okay, just making sure.
And so when you press that, you found a button that you didn't find on the previous ones that you had inspected. This one had a button that turned into the dragon.
Yeah. Yeah, so he'll, after doing that, I'd say that takes him like maybe 30 minutes of contemplation, looking
Sure.
at it, pulling it over, like rolling it over in his hands.
Are you showing it to anybody else? Or are you keeping it close to the chest?
No. Unless like people, he's not like hiding, but
Yeah.
he's on the other side of the room than most people. So
Yeah, people are leaving you alone. Like they're not like it was a
Right.
long day of battle. Like people are just kind of like
Yeah.
decompressing and stuff like that. Like I've almost
but
died, so he's
yeah.
taking some time.
once it turns into a dragon head, that's when he'll pocket it.
Do you press the button again before you try to pocket it?
No,
Okay. Cool. Sweet.
that's
Sorry.
more of like a oh shit.
Sure.
That's when like
Yeah.
a lot of memories start welling up, and he's like, oh shit, oh
Mhm.
fuck.
Yep. Cool. So yeah, so you guys spend the rest of the day and evening there. When you guys go to sleep, all of you guys dream of a variety of different things. Elwarin, you dream of tracking wolves with your parents and your just when you were younger, and this is an old memory of yours where you would be just tracking a group of wolves and just making sure they weren't killing too many creatures as they were kind of doing their regular hunts, and your parents would, along with you, hunt the elderly wolves that needed to be culled for the sake of the pack, and you would eat their meat as kind of returning it back to the earth. And that's where you gain your level in Ranger. BigYin, you go back to your old haunt with the old forest with your treasure, or so treasure in your head, area as you're kind of wandering around. You see Mikhail kind of wander over, and you guys have a talk that you guys had a long time ago now, and he kind of is reminding you of like why you became a druid, and this is where your druidic powers kind of well through. Lando, you're having a wonderful dream filled with booze, women, cheering, competition, and Mr. Leader walks over to you and clasps you on the back. This is regular Mr. Leader, not werewolfized Mr. Leader. And he says, Lando, my boy, this will be an excellent feast. I'm so excited to train you more and more in the ways of the barbarian. And you feel the barbarian powers well up in you as you gain a point in barbarian. Ulrich, your night isn't as peaceful as the other three. Your dream goes back to when you found the original pendant, and when you had to turn it back in to your superior, and kind of the questions start to rise back up in your head as you kind of steel yourself now with your new knowledge, that you're going to find what the hell is going on as you feel a surge of power with your fighter level as you level up. And it is now the next day. What are we doing, boys?
Well, I don't know about everyone else, but BigYin kind of wakes up feeling refreshed, chilled out, and is ready to get back, and is just kind of gonna wait for everyone else to wake up so he doesn't disturb anyone, but is eager to get back on the road.
Okay.
And make sure he returns the favor he feels he owes to Ulrich.
Sure.
Yeah, Ulrich will get up, not like very spryly, but he'll get
That's
up,
pretty usual, yeah. Cool, yeah, we'll
body
say
cracking with
yeah.
age.
We'll say all of you guys wake up a bit earlier than the rest of the people here. So you guys can leave early if you would like to, or you can stay and say goodbye, depending on what you guys want to do.
Yeah, I think we should just talk about game plan of where we want to go and what we want to do, so that we can just have a little group conversation about that.
Yeah, go for it.
Good morning, gents. So, Ulrich, as agreed, we went on this adventure. You're in charge. What's the plan, sir?
Well, That's something, ain't it? Planning is interesting here. Out of character, how long has it been since we were at the Earth cultist headquarters? Like,
Unless I'm correct, it's 2 days.
No,
no,
it's
it's been
been
longer than that.
5 days now. I think.
5?
Oh,
I
it's
think
been
this is
5
the. I
days?
think this is
Okay.
the 5th day. Because when you guys left, the monastery, it was like 2 or 3 in the morning, and then you landed in the Red Larch at 8 in the morning the same day, and then it took
Oh,
you
yeah, you're
guys like 3 days of travel to get here. You guys spent the night, fought, spent the night. So now it's the 5th day since you've left.
So we could assume that week-long celebration that was going on over there should be coming to an end
Right.
by now.
Yep.
So do you guys think we should head back to where we were? And that
Yeah, let's head back to Red Larch. Let's see if we can see if anything is different. See if they are aware that it was us who went through there and killed a whole bunch of them.
can we can I'm just gonna ask BigYin to put all the map to kind of
Sure. Yeah. So
of
do you
where
want
we are.
the big map, or do you want the map of the like Red Larch or the
Nope.
Desert Valley?
I would like to see the big map for now.
Yeah. I'm gonna say you guys have a map of all 3, just from being in the Red Larch area for so long. You guys were given a map just during your stay. So you guys are roughly like a little bit north of where this blue dot is, the blue square.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you guys are right now. So what are you looking to get from this Elwarin?
Just a sense of okay, if the idea is to go back the route we came down straight south to the Iron Road and head over to Red Larch.
So that will take you from here to here is 1 day. Here to Womford is 2 days. Here to here is 3 days, I believe. That's how that math worked out.
So here's my thinking: is the quarry pathway? It's very hard to get
Yeah.
ambush because it's just. I guess we could get ambushed on the tracks, but it's only going to be from one direction versus
Yeah.
the front door.
We could
So-
also get
This is where the
buried by
BigYin
sand.
steps up and actually raises his hand and says, "Now, lads, if I remember, those tracks were magic. It required me to put once we were on the tracks, we dispelled the illusion, and the cart came to us. So, it would seem that the track is the conveyance, and everything else around it is warded with magic to seem like an endless illusion. So, it means there's one way of egress, and we could potentially be ambushed.
So
Supposing that
one thing,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt. Just for your clarification, because it has been a while since you guys were there last. As you guys were getting through the end of it, remember there's a bunch of sand coming through where you got the
Yep.
entrance to the place was. I just want to make sure you guys remember that there was a bunch of sand coming through there. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that means anything, may or may not, I just want to make sure you guys remember, because that was where Ulrich almost got stuck.
Yeah.
Oh, that entrance could be
exactly.
blocked up too.
We don't have any sense of where we were in the mountains at that point, right?
I do.
You know where the monastery is, yes.
We do.
That was pointed out to
Yeah.
you by Jolliver.
Okay. So
And that's
technically we could
around
consider
here.
Yeah. So for reference, the where the water cultists were that you guys were at were like right here, right in the corner. And when where they pointed to you, the stone monastery was just north of them, not too far. Like they offered to give you a ride up there if you wanted.
Okay.
From there.
So I guess my authority is just, do we need to go all the way back to Red Larch? Or if that's what we want to check out. It seems like there might be
Right.
a quicker way
Well,
to get
quicker, yes. The issue that I'm having is that they're going to be expecting us. We already killed a bunch of them. Right?
Okay. But wouldn't they expect us to come the way we came before?
Did they know that we came that way? That's why I wanted to go to
That's
Red
true.
Larch,
Okay.
see if anything changed. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But with the sand, I mean, obviously they knew we came that way then. And that's just
Yeah.
information I forgot about.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I want to remind you because it has been a
Yeah.
long time just in real life.
Kinda hard to hide that.
It's probably kind of one of those traps that would indicate to them that someone tried
Yeah.
to come that way.
If it was real, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it was
Well,
fake. Who knows?
All we saw was a wall after we get out of that, so we don't know what they
Right.
see.
Because also, like, there was an infinite abyss of walking that they were able to create.
Yeah.
So, why not a realistic sand wall? But so that's Ulrich's thinking is go to Red Larch, see if anything changed, and then from there decide how we want to approach the monastery.
So you guys could all be doing this in character, like everybody else is asleep, like nobody's listening in.
Yeah.
If you guys want to be, just
Yeah,
make sure.
it's just easier shorthand.
Sure, yeah, just letting you know.
But yes, I would say in character, Ulrich. These are conversations Ulrich's having.
Yeah. Looking at the map, would there be any advantage for us to go through Grudhog since it's a city nearby? Possibly gain more information, talk to other people.
So what you guys would remember that Grudhog is a hill giant capital.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Right,
you can go there.
Never mind.
I mean,
We only got two.
Technically, it is a city.
pendants.
Yeah, I'm
If
just
we had
saying.
2 more pendants, we could say that we were cultists.
All I'm saying is technically you guys could go there, and like
Okay.
you could have fun because it's technically a city, but it's a hill giant city, quote unquote.
I did forget that part.
Yeah,
so,
no worries. That's what the DM is here for.
Yeah, and another reason is that there's like a river that we'd have to cross.
Yeah.
Stream, maybe, at that point.
Yeah, it's not
Like-
super. Yeah, it is a river that turns into a stream as it kind of gets to Grudhog.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going any farther north, so there's probably an easy way to get around.
Yeah, so I explained this before. You guys could go up and around Grudhog like this if you wanted to. However, there is a river here that you would have to cross if you're trying to go straight to the Sacred Stone Monastery or Red Larch.
Yeah.
So you could go to the Destron Road here and then head south, hit Womford, and then go across. That would be another option.
Well, yeah. If we just strike Grudhog off that idea because I forgot about it. But the other option I was thinking of was just taking the river to up north instead of going to Red Larch. But going to Red Larch does sound like a good idea at this point. Just to see if things have changed.
Sure.
Since we went been there. So yeah.
There are some other cities you can go to. You can go to Belliard. There's a lot of cities you can still travel to if you guys are looking to go somewhere else aside from Red Larch. Just as a heads up. Like there's a lot of cities just all around that you can go to.
Yeah, but we don't really gain any
Yeah.
more information about the situation. Well, we might gain different information.
Sure. Yeah,
And
I'm
then-
just
but
giving you guys like
yeah.
'cause if you don't want to go to Red Larch, there are other cities like I'm not
No,
trying to
but-
railroad you to have to go to Red Larch every time.
No. Strategically, it makes sense too because we know people in Red Larch. We know where we found out a bit about people there. So going to a city we haven't been to yet would just put us to zero, and we have to figure out what's going on and who to trust and who not to trust.
Sure, fair, totally fair. Like I said, I'm just letting you know, like you're not.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to
no.
force you guys to go to one location. Like
That's
the,
how we,
yeah, the world is open for me as well. Like I have plenty of things you guys can do in all these other cities also.
We should go to Arlsbarg.
Where?
Arlsbarg.
He just wants to go and get drunk.
No, I want to go to Arlsbarg.
Where is that?
Ardbor.
What are you saying? What word is he saying? Is my issue right now?
Arlsbarg?
Where can you ping on the map where that is?
I don't know how to ping.
Just
How do I
click.
hold
ping?
down.
Oh, you want to go over here?
oh
God damn.
World bar?
Okay, yeah, let's go.
You guys
Or
can if
Iron
you want.
Master or Svardborg.
Yeah,
Go
you
on
guys
the
can
phone.
go to any of these places. It's gonna take a long time to get there.
Yeah.
You can go to any of these places. Like you know that Mikhail is from Zelbras.
Yeah.
Like that's
What
where
about
his like.
Hartsvale? Or we should go to Castle Hartwick.
Sure, why not?
I mean, the issue The issue is we have no reason to go
Yeah,
to these
just-
places.
We could go to Waterdeep or Neverwinter.
So
I
the
mean,
way-
that's always an option.
the way that I
Like,
see
we
this,
have
the way I
more
see
of a
this,
reason to go to those places.
yeah, the way that I see this in game is like Lando just kind of walks around. He's like, guys, there's so many places we haven't been to yet. We could go anywhere. He just kind of points to different locations on this map.
Yeah, and Ulrich just like looks up like, yeah, but why?
BigYin is just resisting the urge to just like chime in. He's letting he's committed to taking a back seat on this one.
And Lando's like, drunk. I can set a new drunk record, guys.
What if
Obviously.
we
Tell
go
you
to
what.
Eye of the Allfather?
Could go
Tell
there.
you what, Lando, how about this? We kill everyone in the monastery, clear out all these cultists.
Is that the like the fucking tunnel?
Yeah,
I wasn't here when you guys went in there,
uh-huh,
so when you guys keep talking
that's
about
where you
monastery,
teleport us out of. You teleport
yeah.
us out of there.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, Lando is just
Uh,
bewildered when you guys are talking about this tunnel and like infinite walking and railroad tracks and like possible like sandstone. That's why he's like, wait, we can go to this city though, or we can go there because he's like, I don't know where this place was.
Let's go destroy this monastery full of cultists, and then I'll let you choose wherever our next spot is. We could have a celebration there, and then get back here, get rid of the other cultists.
Can we just say in reasonable distance to where we are?
What's
Up
reasonable
at-
distance though?
I'll leave that up to Lando, honestly.
I don't know if what was the one that he wanted to go? Castle Hardwick is a reasonable distance. I don't know. That might be a little.
I
off.
don't even know where Castle Hartwick is. Give me a second
Oh.
to even find on the map.
Exactly. That already. That's the point.
One second, I need to actually figure out where this place is that he's talking about.
I love it.
It's near the ice spires.
You guys
Eye
keep
of the
talking.
Allfather?
I'm gonna find this eventually.
I mean, honestly, you know, I'd love to introduce you to some of the dwarves up in
What
Mirabar,
if we go to
man.
Orogarth?
Yeah,
Actually,
I mean, we
that's
look. You
swamp.
keep looking at this map. You figure out where you want to go.
What about
Well-
Whalebone?
I actually need to cross this.
We-
out. No, that's not
We
how
also
it
want to
works.
probably keep in mind that there's still this mission that some of us have, or different missions some of us have, that is connected with the delegation from Mirabar. That's
No,
probably still.
that's not what I wanted to have happen. Jesus Christ,
Whoops.
that was gnarly.
Little deletion there.
A little bit. That's not what
I wish you could lock things. That'd be so nice.
You can actually. No, you cannot. I lied.
Well, regardless, whatever it is, wherever we're going next. Right now, we're either going straight to the monastery, or straight to Red Larch. Right? Are we in agreement on that one at least?
We are. I think we're also in agreement to go to Red Larch first, unless anybody else has any.
Yeah.
Concerns.
How do you feel about that, Lando?
Say that one more time.
How do you feel about us going to Red Larch versus straight to the monastery?
I'm fine
Isn't
with
the
whatever you
monastery
want. to
in
do.
Red Larch?
No, there's an entrance to the monastery from Red Larch.
But there's
That we
in somewhere
may
in
or may
the
not
hills.
take.
Correct. Yeah, it's right on the hills. I'm gonna like right around here, what the yellow mark is on the map.
Cool. Why would we go to Red Larch first?
Well, we want to see what they know about us and if they're expecting us, rather than just walking into an ambush, assuming that they all left and then they didn't because we killed a bunch of them. You know?
I mean, I guess so. Well, let's think about this. The last time we were there, it was like their solstice or whatever. It was some big old
Mhm.
party from that one Glenn guy, that the mage dude who told us that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's his name? Garfield. There it is. Knew it started with a G.
So Jolliver told you
Gary
guys that
Garfield.
first. Jolliver told you about it first, and
What?
then Garfield let you know specifically when they didn't. When you showed up and like, where the fuck are my friends?
Yeah. So, well, I got the right semantics, right? You know.
Sure, yeah.
So that's been what? I guess technically it's been like a month, but it's also been what, maybe 4 days, most of which we spent traveling to go back from Red Larch to this place.
Yeah.
So I guess they probably probably aren't still there. But
Well, and that's what I'm saying. They might be like maybe they had intended to leave after their solstice, but then we went in and killed a bunch of them, and they're like, "Oh shit, we should stick around."
I mean, I picked you guys up at like the front door, so you didn't kill that many. But we don't need to dig into that.
We killed like 12 of them, I think.
It's like 10 or 12, somewhere around there.
Yeah, like it's.
Cool.
I don't know where you've been, but to me, that's a lot of people to have killed.
I'm around a lot of murder.
Well, yeah, That's what I would call a full squadron wipe.
Small build.
So
You know what?
yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of death in my day.
I'm down to go where the crew wants to go. If we want to go to Red Larch, I can go. Meet my friends at the bar, as I tend to do.
Look, I'll be honest. I'm on the fence. So I guess we got a tiebreaker. What do you think there, BigYin?
So
Red Larch.
What are the
or the
votes right now?
fortress?
So the votes are 1 to the fortress, 1 to Red Larch, and then 1 doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ulrich
Well-
is like, fuck, I'll run up to the front door. I don't care.
Yeah,
It seems
I'm
to me.
okay with that.
So we got 2.
I mean,
we got
Ulrich looks
Well,
at the map.
Ulrich is also like, yeah, let's go to Red Larch though because it's smarter. So
the
if more
BigYin is
people
looking
wanted, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, the BigYin has recognized that kicking in the front door did not work out well for us the last time, and is all for skullduggery, and says, "I'd prefer a bit more of a, delicate approach. I mean, we wandered in last time. We got very, very lucky. I mean, let's face it. We wouldn't have survived except for that magical portal that teleported us out thanks to Garfield and Lando here. So, I think it may be a good idea to sneak our way back to Red Larch, have a look around, see what's changed, see if we get arrested, and then we can go from there. I think that's a good plan.
So we have 2
Well-
Red Larch, 2 or 1 specifically to the monastery, 1 I don't care. Correct.
2.5 for Red Larch.
1.5.
1.5
Got it.
for the monastery. So
Red Larch
well,
it is then.
looks like Red Larch has got it.
Cool.
All right. Well, I say we head for the Iron Road, head over to Womford, maybe kill that guy who ate that poor little boy, and then
Yeah,
head
let's-
on up to Red Larch.
Let's take care of that
Some
guy. That's a
dude
good idea.
ate a boy.
You guys,
What?
you guys have no like concrete
No.
proof of that.
That's very true. Ulrich knows this. This is just what Ulrich thinks happened. That's why I said maybe. Not a definite going to kill the guy.
Sure, whatever you say.
Oh
good
wait,
sir.
you mean investigate that creepy inn next to the graveyard where there was all that spiritual nonsense?
Right,
I'm-
yeah,
Like
yeah.
the guy, with the little kid who said I was going to kidnap him. Okay. I'm sure
Yeah,
about
and
that.
then in the morning the kid was gone, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
yeah,
the guy came out and he's feeling all lively. Look, it's been a while since I've woken up that early and felt that good. That's real weird.
I mean, I'm also totally okay with staying away from that graveyard and maybe staying somewhere else this time.
Yeah,
but
well, maybe we could just stay at the barge right in. It
Yeah,
depends on
yeah.
where we're at.
let's just get going and we can.
Yeah, we'll
discuss this
reconvene
further down
once
the
we
road.
get
Yeah,
there.
exactly. That's a good.
We'll
plan.
cross the bridge when we get there.
Literally and
literally in this
metaphorically.
case.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So are you guys planning to say goodbye to anybody before you leave, or are you guys just trying to head out before they wake up?
I'm okay with heading out. I do have the ability to say goodbye at a later point if I want to. So
Yeah, Ulrich's like, we're good. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm just checking in, see if anybody wants to say goodbye before we leave.
I'm ready to go.
I'm
Okay.
assuming they're still sleeping. So maybe we just leave a friendly note on the table.
Sure. Yeah. You guys write a note. What did your note say?
Just
Are you having Lando write the note? Who's writing the note? So many details.
I mean, that note really doesn't have to be anything. It's just
The
we're
BigYin
heading
will
out.
write it.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the big in writing?
I don't think I can write.
You can read and write. It's
No.
just at like a
No,
second
I can
grade
read.
level.
I just don't know if I can write.
It's at like a second grade level with like a kindergartner's handwriting. It's like chicken scratch, but like someone maybe could read that. So what are you writing,
BigYin
BigYin?
basically compiles a note saying, "Thank you for thanking everyone involved for the assistance in the aid in helping his village, and then for arranging the pursuit of the forces back to this combat." Explains that we are continuing back on our previous path, based on the evidence found. If we he says that if he and Elwarin come across any additional evidence to help the Emerald Enclave, we'll use our rings to pass on any and all useful information to Elwarin's parents and to Mikhail. He leaves a special line for Bolt saying, if you can send a representative, it would be most welcome. Otherwise, we'll be on our way.
Representative for what?
Oh, it's right. BigYin doesn't know that. Did Lando
Does Lando share that? That's the question.
did Lando communicate that information? Like,
Uh-huh.
was Lando like pumped about potentially having like a wolf ally, and he was just like gabbling about it as soon as everyone woke up? Like, dude, this is sick.
I don't know. What was Lando doing?
Lando.
What if you know this information?
Yeah,
I haven't told anybody that I have a wolf ally.
Then he just says he thanks Bolt for his assistance
But
as
I would
well.
love a fucking wolf ally, but I don't know where they live.
Do you say this out loud?
Sure.
And I look and I was like, wolf ally? What you mean, laddie?
You know, I don't know. Bolt offered me the opportunity to maybe go meet one of his, homies. And maybe that homie would be like, "Hey man, I'll be your buddy," and then me and that buddy go on fucking adventures, and that sounds dope. And I want a wolf ally.
Well, it seems we need to travel to them. Never mind. He crosses out that line. He says, "Bolt, thank you for your assistance. Please take care of Mr. Leader." And
I almost thought you were going to say Matt Mercer there for a second.
no. Please continue to keep an eye on Mr. Leader. And he thanks Elwarin's parents profusely and signs it and passes it to Elwarin to sign and see if anyone else wants to sign it, and then walks out the door.
Sure. Ulrich, Lando, either you guys want to sign this, or you guys good just to leave?
I'll just put my thumbprint on it.
Cool.
Ulrich is getting the horses ready.
Got it. He's already outside. Cool. No worries.
As he's like, I'm going to leave a note. Ulrich's like, all right.
Yeah, no worries. Cool. So yeah, you guys get the horses in the cart together, and you guys head out. We're on the road again. Here. So we're starting up here. It's going to take you guys, roughly a day to get down to here on the Iron Road, then a day to get to Womford or Bardrate, your choice, and then a day to get back to Red Larch. Cool. So can I have someone roll? I need Elwarin or Lando. I want you to roll a d20, and Ulrich, I would like you to roll a d20 for me. Nice. Cool.
Hey, good number though. Eight's my number.
8's not bad.
If I had to pick
What's
a number.
happening?
They're just rolling some dice for me.
Just rolling dice.
I did have a question.
Yes.
I did try to comment with all those homies back in the one box. Did we get anything from that?
Okay. Oh yes, you missed all of that. There were 50 rations and 260 gold, or 240 gold pieces, because I wanted to make it nice and round, 60 gold pieces for everyone. So you get 60 gold pieces, and then there are 40 rations for you to pick from. Are you taking all 40 rations?
Oh, I also took 5.
Okay, so there's 35 rations left. Are you taking all 35 rations?
Do I need to take all 35 rations?
No, you can just take however many you want. There's 35 left, and whatever you leave stays.
I'll take it. Fuck, dude. I don't know. Is how much weight am I supposed to have? Less than 100?
Less than, I think, probably 250 for you, because you're a strong ass boy.
Dude, I could literally take all of the rations then and be fine.
Yeah.
I don't need to do that though.
You'd have infinite food.
I'll just take 35 of them.
So you took the remainder, yeah. Excellent. So you have infinite food.
50 rations and 10 torches, that none of which I've ever used.
Wait, hold up. I thought you gave ration, like you were so concerned that you didn't have enough rations. That's why you didn't give any rations to the werewolves, right? Wasn't that like a
No,
whole
I did,
thing?
and then I got more, right? In some other
Oh, that's right.
situation.
You did find 10 and you kept all 10. That's right. Okay, cool. We're good.
Dude's
Jesus.
got real worries about food scarcity.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, he's definitely
How do you think
concerned.
dude, I gotta maintain my mass.
Also, technically, your carrying capacity is your strength score, not the modifier. The score by times 15.
So it's 16 times 15.
Right.
That's
how
a
much
lot.
you can carry.
Yeah, like I said, over
That's a
200
lot.
pounds. You're fine.
240. So I have another 80 weight I can take, most of which is, literally two-thirds of my fucking weight is in rations. So I'm
Nice.
loaded up on food.
Nice. Cool. Yeah. So, how are you guys just traveling, trying to stay near the forest again?
Yeah, I would just imagine we're backtracking.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I figured following our tracks would be the safest thing to do.
Cool.
And so,
Like, there's still like
wait. Oh, do you guys
giants and
want me
shit out
to?
there.
Do you guys want me to cast Pass Without Trace? Because I can do that.
Are you casting Pass Without Trace on the cart with the horses?
Yeah,
Yes. It doesn't prevent me from doing that.
Doesn't it only last for like an hour?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
But I mean, honestly, it doesn't make sense. I mean, we're just traveling a road that we
Okay.
traveled.
That's fine.
before. I mean,
Just thought I'd ask.
He's like, guys, I have so many spells I can cast now.
I'm sure we'll come into a situation where
I have
we
it.
need
It's
that.
one of my prepared spells.
Nice.
Dude's ready.
He
But
is
no, I
very
think
ready.
we're good.
We're just gonna do this. Yeah, here, I'll just toss you guys onto this map just to make my life easier. So y'all traveling. Yes, there's a horse below this thing. I know. I forgot to load in this thing. I don't know why.
We're okay with it.
Life, it is what it is. Dono no longer is with you guys. He's adventuring with other people. Is this where you guys are sitting?
Yep. And while we're in the cart, the BigYin would like to meditate on his staff.
Okay. As you're in the middle of meditating, feeling like you're about to get to that sweet next level of what you're supposed to be doing with this staff, and like what powers the world has decided to give you with this. Make a perception check for me, whoever's riding in the front. No, what's the passive perception of the people in the front? I should ask.
Pass 15.
15?
17.
How do you see
not in
your
the front.
passive perception?
It's on your
15
character
for me
sheet
as well.
Okay, 15's
It's
good enough.
10 plus your perception modifier.
It's also, if you scroll down on the character sheet, it's like right below all of your
Skills,
stats. Yeah. 15's enough.
14.
Yeah, you guys have well far enough. Out of
Damn it.
somebody just roll something. Why are you? I told you it's just your passive, my dude. Don't.
Oh, I know. I was just trying to see if I could do better, and I fucking didn't.
Yeah, so it's okay.
If I was with the wolf, I would.
Maybe.
Or if the wolf did it, he would.
Yeah.
Wolf.
Yeah. So as you're traveling, off in the distance, you see a red giant hornet that you guys remember from your travels between Bargerite to the Red Larch.
I think I fucked that thing up.
What?
I think when we fought that thing, I destroyed it.
Yeah. You see one of those surrounded with a bunch of dogs again, the same kind of like red hell dogs. Are you guys going to continue on your merry way and attack and approach them, or you get, because with your passive perceptions, you have seen far enough to be able to avoid them or attempt to avoid them if you'd like to.
Do we know what direction they're moving to?
They seem to be sniffing the air. The dogs seem to be sniffing the air, looking for something.
Ulrich can point and be like, "Oh, nah, I don't think
Yeah.
we should mess with that."
Yeah, so we'll just hold the horses and stop the
You're
cart
gonna stop the cart. Got it.
for now. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, like maybe we should go just turn around.
Yeah.
them.
Well, I just imagine it like we see it, we kind of stop and like, oh, you guys see that too, and then just discussing where we should be going. And
Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
Just to give you some numbers, you see a total of 5 of the dogs and just the one giant wasp.
yeah, that sounds like we would want to go around it.
Okay. So, are you guys? What are you guys doing? Sorry.
We're gonna go around it.
Yeah, that's one vote. One vote's to go around. Anybody else?
Oh, yeah, voting for going around.
I think we should fight them.
I'm meditating, so I have no say in what's going on.
Correct.
2 to
Alright.
1.
It's 2 to 1.
Also, the one with the reins is the one who really gets to decide.
Yeah, that's true. Cool. So, explain to me how you're trying to go around. Are you trying to go into the forest and like duck in there to avoid them, or are you taking like the wider plain route? So, if we go back to the map, the bigger map.
Well, we won't be able to take the cart to the forest, right?
Correct.
I didn't think we're that close to the forest.
You guys are
unless
trying
I'm-
to stay closer. This is like in the early part of your travels, which is why
Oh, okay.
BigYin hasn't gotten to the information that his staff wants to give him yet.
Gotcha. The road's throwing
Obvious-
me off.
Yeah,
Obviously,
sorry,
I
I
will
didn't
be-
have a map for that, so I just
Yeah, that's
tossed
okay.
it
That's
out to you.
okay. Now I know. Now I know.
Yeah.
Obviously, I would be more than happy traveling through the forest, but since we have a cart, we should probably loop out the other way.
Okay.
Yeah, I
That's my
trust Elwarin. Whatever Elwarin wants to do.
Cool. So how? Make a survival check for me, Elwarn, to decide how far you think you need to go. Oh, yeah. So you realize that these wolves, these like these hellhounds or whatever they are, these like fire dogs, they're sniffing there like trying to get a scent of something, and you don't want that scent to be you or the horses. So you give this thing a wide berth. I'm talking like 500, 600 feet of
Okay.
room. It doesn't delay you guys by too much. Like maybe you guys lost half an hour or something like that, but you're able to avoid this encounter due to your passive perceptions.
Wonderful.
The DC on it was 13, so for what it's worth, like y'all were fine. I just couldn't remember what you guys were all at. I was pretty sure it was over 13, but we needed to make sure. Okay, so you guys avoid that encounter, and otherwise it's a fairly easy ride back to the road of the Iron Road, and you guys are, we'll say this is heading to the west. So that's ways west, just so you don't have to like rearrange characters or anything like that. Sun's starting to set, and it is getting to be evening time. BigYin, your staff. I will send you what's going on with that staff after the session. It's a bit of a doozy.
Oh, yep, got it. You'll send me after. Got it. Sorry, I had the microphone up.
No worries. Cool. You guys are setting up camp. How's the watch setup going to go? Are you guys keeping a watch? Maybe is a better question.
Definitely keeping a watch. We also tying up the horses.
The BigYin wakes up from his meditations, noticed that he's come to a stop, and offers to take first watch since he didn't really do much on the cart ride. He just sat there and meditated.
Sure.
No. You get second watch. First watch is the cushiest. Hold on.
Okay.
So,
You get second watch.
does that mean Ulrich wants to take the first watch?
I mean, I'll take first or third. Either way, I get a full night's rest.
I mean, I
Getting
don't.
off the cart.
I guess I would probably make. Well, I mean, BigYin had a full. I mean, it's basically pretty much a full rest for him too. I don't know. He meditated all day, but I mean, I can take the middle shift easily. That's no problem for me. I only need 4 hours.
Oh yeah, you elves, you're lucky like that.
So I'll take the second shift.
BigYin will take the third then.
Cool.
I like that we always just assume that Lando's not going to keep watch.
I
He
was
also
about to
has
go
dark
sleep by the
vision.
bush, so
Yeah, this dude also can see it at night. Like
It's so good. I love it.
wild. Anyways, cool. Yeah, it's good. And Well, you guys can just leave yourselves there. I know where you guys are on the map in my head, so don't worry about that too much. Yeah, so you guys take a rest. Ulrich, roll a d20 for me.
Roll a d20.
Yep, Ulrich rolled it. Cool. Yeah, so nothing amiss happens during your 4-hour watch. Lando, you're beset by the
Nightmares.
Yes, just
Are they
nightmares. Hmm? So
Yeah,
you're
sorry about that.
you're
My
beset.
phone started playing some.
Yeah, anyways. So Lando, you're beset by nightmares of
Nightmare.
what was her name? Svetlana? What you gave her a weird name of the girl that left you?
Slagathor.
Slagathor. There we go. Slagathor being
I like how
impregnated.
bad I fucking remember that.
Yeah, I love how you remember. That's fucking great. Slagathor impregnated with your child, and now she's coming to you requesting alimony and money for the child. And you're like, no, I'm not having this. It goes to
I'm
court.
just gonna look at her and just straight up to say it wasn't me, and then that song by Shaggy is gonna play. Yep,
Yeah.
that was the exact gif I was thinking of.
Yep, yeah. So that's
44.
that's the song that's playing in this dream sequence, and you're in front of a judge who happens to be the snail here, and he finds you guilty of not paying alimony or child fees, and you are thrown in jail, and you've lost all your money, you lost all your rations. They take away your wolf underwear, and you're left with nothing, and you're just in jail. And that's when you wake up, and it's the rest of the day's passed. But we'll get to that in a second. Elwarin taking the second shift. Roll a d20 for me. Nice. Nothing happens for you either. Nice, relaxing night. BigYin, final d20 roll.
Rolling 1d20.
Yeah, cool. You guys have a fairly restful night. Nothing really occurs. But you guys do hear Lando waking up with a like roar as he wakes from this nightmare of a dream.
Roar.
Nice. Yeah, you guys are free to get back on the road.
That got me. That got me good.
Yeah, that was good. So like to iterate like how loud this roar actually was, because he didn't want to hurt our ears on the call. You guys just see like bushes kind of like rattling around you guys as he wakes up, and like small critters like flee from this area as he wakes up. And yeah, Lando, describe your mood this morning.
I'm pretty PO'd, you know.
Yep.
I'll just kind of like look over and I'll be like, "You're all right, laddie. You were tossing and turning all night long."
Yeah, I lost the battle of, life, I guess.
Did you have nightmares of
then-
sleeping with a strange person?
No, I had nightmares of what happened afterwards, and then I lost my wolf underwear.
I love how that's like the biggest thing for Lando. My wolf underwear is gone, guys.
Hey man, this shit is dirty. We have been through some things, and I have nothing else on me except for a fucking chain.
I mean,
And
you could have
fucking
clothes. If you desire clothes, we can get that for you.
50
lickety split.
rations. No, maybe that's what I have just covered in my body. It's just in all my rolls. It's just like a Twinkie. I'm assuming that's what I have for rations.
No, you have like dried meat and like loaves of breads just sticking out of your stomach.
No, they're all named Twinkies.
Yeah, you call them
Because I can't
Twinkies. Yeah, you call them.
I can't
Twinkies.
rename. It's fucking dumb.
You can click on the
Really
ration name and you can delete them and rename it.
Twinkies. Lovely. That's
Nice.
awesome.
Okay.
So yeah,
Back on the road.
you guys all eat a ration for the day, unless you guys were trying to hunt during the day. Or this morning, if you want to try to hunt for food, it's also fine.
Marking off a ration.
Okay. Anybody else want to try to go hunt or just eat a
That's
ration?
what they're there for.
Cool. Sweet. Yeah.
We have like 1 million on us.
Yeah. Y'all found a lot. Lando has infinite food pretty much on him.
I actually have 49, so making me eat that fucked up my super great number. So if anybody has any extra rations, I'd really appreciate one. If you could spare one.
You see Lando with food literally covering his body. He's like, anyone have a ration for me? A ration for a poor boy. I don't have enough rations on me. I don't have enough rations on me. Anyone, please. Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I'm fresh out.
He's fresh out, he says. Yeah, sweet. So you guys head back onto the road. And let's get some d20s, please. So Ulrich and Lando roll the first set, so we will have Elwarin and the BigYin roll the next set.
Wilco.
Okay. Elwarin, I need another d20 from you if you don't mind. All right. Yeah, nothing is amiss as you guys are on the road. You guys make it to Womford as the sun starts to set. Are you guys attempting to stay at Womford for the night, or are you guys heading straight through to the barge right? What's your game plan? We'll move you guys here for the map. You guys are coming in from this
spooky,
side.
So lads, spooky Spitefire Inn, or do we go over to the barge right?
I vote for the barge right this time.
Let's go fuck up the inn guy.
Well, we might want to do a little
Let's
investigating.
Let's go look at the church.
I mean,
What do you guys do?
I don't know.
You tell me what you're doing. I've got infinite things prepared.
Oh boy, I'm torn. Like out of character, I'm torn.
It has his Matt Mercer moment set up.
Like on one hand, oh boy, I would love to investigate this
Third time
church.
I've said your name.
That's right.
Like I'd really love to investigate this church. Out of character, in character, there's no reason why.
Ulrich would be interested. He's just like, people go missing, kids go missing all the time. Like it's just how life is, unfortunately.
I mean, BigYin is definitely a little curious, but he's just like, I'm not sidetracking anything. I will let you decide. I've gotten enough of a talking to about sidetracking things.
So basically, Lando would have to, and I think Elwarin is like, let's get out of here.
He's like, I've seen enough of this place.
In and out of character, I want nothing to do with that.
So Lando would have to do some
good convincing,
some heavy, convincing to get us to.
Oh yeah, let's hear it, Lando.
Church.
Let's hear it. Lando, you can also buy supplies. You can buy your extra ration from Terragus supplies.
Do you mean Twinkie?
Yes, you can buy your extra.
Wait, what am I trying to convince people of going
to investigate the church or to investigate the inn?
I have to pick.
Well, you have to convince us what you. Otherwise, we're going to go across to barge right.
Yeah,
that's fine. I mean, I was just shooting it out there because I figured I could kill something. I either kill the creepy guy or I kill a ghost.
That's fair. Yeah. Well, I mean, we are on our way to go kill infinite cultists. So
you don't know that.
That's true.
You guys get there. There's just one.
I'm all that's left.
Well, no, it's just one.
We still all die.
And Lando's like, I thought there was supposed to be. God damn, we should have fought the ghosts, guys.
You killed all the people who normally stay.
Ghost.
Except for me.
I'm gonna throw a rock.
The rest of them left.
So as you guys are passing the church, you're saying you throw a rock at the church, saying "piss off, ghosts." Is that what's happening?
Please don't.
No, I'm just asking. If you're just saying that as a joke, it's totally fine too. I just want to know if you're doing that in character either. I can make something happen one way or the other. Like nothing can happen, or something can happen, or everything happens. Who knows? You guys open the portal to hell as this rock flies through the church. What's happening, dude?
mean,
what are you doing with this rock? Are you doing anything, or is that just funny in character, out of character joke? Mr. Lando, I'm speaking to you, good sir.
Dude, I'm not. I'm making a joke. I'm just cracking.
That's fine. No, like I said,
that was a full reference.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying it could have. I'm just saying it could have been funny with a Lando thing. He's like, "Yeah, fuck you, church." He throws the rock.
I was born in the 20th century, man. I just speak in gifs.
All right, cool. I think we were all born in the 20th century, for what it's worth. And
oh
so you
man,
guys...
soon we're gonna be working with people who were born in the 21st century. That's gonna be
Wild, right?
That's gonna blow my mind.
It's gonna be like 10 years or so. Or not 10 years, like 4 years. My brother's almost graduating soon. That's a weird thought. Cool. Yeah. So you guys just leave Womford. As you guys pass the church, the same like kind of chill feeling and like ominous thing that you felt last time you guys were here. Same kind of vibe. And you guys.
I'm
Yep.
just giving the horses a little signal to go a little faster.
Okay. Excellent. All right. Yeah. So you guys end up at the barge, right? Sun setting. And you guys make it inside. You guys are confronted by similar looking guards. You're not sure if they're the same ones as normal. They all kind of look the same to you at this point. They're all gruff looking. They ask for your papers. You guys, I hope, show them your papers.
Yeah.
We do.
Yep. They're like, are you looking to stay the night?
Correct.
Got it. Chalaska walks out. Ah, yes, you four. Wait, where's the other one? Did you lose another one?
I mean,
Why?
I'd say lost is
Why
a
do you gotta
strong
point
word.
it out? That's the question.
She's like, there were 5 last time.
Look, yes, we're aware there were 5 of us.
So I was just.
Were there
You didn't
technically
think- you
6 of us
didn't
last
think-
time?
She's like, what were you saying, Lauren?
Were we technically 6? Didn't we lose 2?
Yeah,
since
technically it was 6. Yeah, so she's just very confused at this point.
then?
Look, people disappear all the time. If they disappear, doesn't feel good to talk about it. We're aware. We're down 2.
See, I thought they just left y'all.
God damn.
Because, like, people leave adventuring parties, it's like a thing.
Yeah, they do.
It's like, well, I'm sorry. I'm currently running the inn while we wait for the snail to send a new innkeeper, for lack of a better term. But you guys can stay for free, as if you guys are just staying for the night. You will have to pay for food and drink, but at least I can do for all the trouble we had last time you were here.
Well, that's much appreciated.
Yeah, we can take your cart and horses. I'll get that all set up, and you guys can spend the night in the inn and be off in the morning. We have dinner, and you can get breakfast in the morning as you're leaving if you'd like.
Sounds lovely. And what does all this cost us again?
The food and the drink is going to cost you like 1 silver, and then if you ask for extra drinks, it'll just ratchet up accordingly.
No, I mean like all said and done for like
Yes.
the room, the food, the whole 9 yards, like a silver.
You just
They're paying for-
invited
they're
us
paying
to
for
stay
this.
for free.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just
we're
said
getting it
that.
for free.
Yes.
I missed that bit. This is awesome.
She's in her reasoning was like they put you guys through some shit last time, so this is kind of how they were paying you. She's like, when you guys come back next time, though, back to regular for rates. And she walks away.
Very kind of you, I say as she walks away.
Yeah, she walks into the inn.
Man, why do they have to point out?
Yeah, right. We didn't ask anything about the people they lost.
I wasn't like,
they haven't.
oh, still no innkeeper, huh?
Yeah, right.
You could have. That would have been hilarious, actually.
I was
Lads,
thinking about it. I was
lads,
like, I don't want to bring that.
Yeah,
I point-
right. That's what the nice thing to do is don't bring it up.
BigYin looks over at like Elwarin and at Ulrich and is like, lads, I understand this is not ideal. They don't know the pain it's cost us losing our friends.
But
What?
that's the thing is they
This
should.
is the
They
kind
lost
of-
someone.
I understand, but this is the kind of talk that may have got. This is the kind of talk that got us put under suspicion in the first place the last time.
I don't know
Well,
why we were under suspicion. We didn't
That I
even
think.
talk to them when they were like, "Don't kill no one."
We didn't, but Cromwell did.
Well,
Cromwell
yeah.
got all up in the guy's face. You weren't particularly
After.
happy about it either.
Well, yeah, because he started the conversation. That's what I'm saying. This town's got something up with them. They're like, "Hey, don't fucking kill anyone." And then we come here, 2 people gone. They're like, "Yo, what happened to all your people?" Rude.
well,
I'm
they
just
didn't
saying,
ask.
let's-
they didn't ask if you killed them, at least.
Well,
Oh,
that's
that
not
would've-
yeah,
Not
right.
stir the pot
That
They
would have
didn't blame
been.
us this time. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Well,
would
it's
have
a
been
good thing.
that would have been you
been
guys
an
setting
altercation
fire
for
to
sure.
that would have been you guys setting fire to the entire town.
Absolutely.
I'd preferably not like.
Ulrich would have been. Oh, that would have snapped him
Ooh.
for sure.
If we're trying to set fire to the town, I think I can help with that.
No, we're not.
Your torches, the 10 torches you still have.
No, his body. He's just gonna release heat
No.
from his body.
I can set things that are flammable on fire just at will.
I think all this conversation is happening is Ulrich's going to the bar to
Yeah, of
order a
course,
drink.
of
Like
course.
these people, what? What did I do to them? I don't understand.
The innkeeper sees he's like, rough day.
Now it is.
Well, we've been hearing that a lot recently without an innkeeper. It's been tough on Chalaska. She's not right in the head anymore, it seems, after the whole Nalasker thing. Asking weird
yeah.
questions, asking
I know how
doing
that
weird
goes.
things. Yeah. So I guess first drinks on us, as they
That's
put a drink in front of all of you.
that definitely eases things.
But food is still going to be a silver.
Yeah.
So you guys all
I'll
pay
just
silver.
drop a gold. I'll pay
Okay.
gold, and then you just keep bringing food and drink out until that runs out. For me and my friends.
So he's like, till we run out of food and drink, or until
No,
we
until
pass
the
out?
gold. Until the gold runs
Oh,
out. The
got
one
it.
gold piece.
Got it.
Food and drink for my friends until that runs out. Then they can pay for themselves after that.
Sure. So that's 2 for each person. Then you have 2 extra. So are the 2 extra going to you, or how are you splitting that?
Well, we'll see how we drink them.
Fair enough. Cool. Yeah. So you guys have a good time. You guys each get 2 sets of food in. This was just standard fare, nothing too crazy like what was prepared last time. The loss of Nalasker and his wife, as you guys can tell, is no longer at the residence at the Bard Red Inn. It's just this new dude who's tending the bar, and he all seems to be cooking. It's nothing fancy whatsoever. Got some soup and gruel and some bread. It's not
Oh,
quite
yeah.
up to the par it was previously. Anyways. So yeah, you guys have regular alcohol. No longer any of Nalasker's like special stuff. Just regular stuff now. Regular beer,
Man, this
regular
place
meat.
sucks.
Sure,
Look,
yeah. You say that out
It'll
loud.
Please don't say that.
BigYin is just quietly eating and drinking his beer, just not looking at any of this. He does not want anything to do with
I
this.
just want
He
to look.
wants
I just want to look
quiet
at the
night.
bartender and just be like, "What happened to the last guy?"
He looks over. He's like,
And
Nalasker
then
was murdered in his
Ulrich's
bed.
Ulrich's gonna laugh. Ulrich's gonna
Yeah.
laugh at that question.
Yeah, he's like, Nalasker was murdered in his bed. Weren't you guys all interviewed and like questioned about that? Like, weren't you all
Oh.
suspects at one point in time?
That guy. Got it.
Yeah, he was running this inn. Now they put me in charge because like Chalaska's just like off her fucking rocker, and like I don't know what the fuck
Yeah,
I'm doing here, man.
He was definitely running the inn. I don't know. I'd say that you're more walking. Walking the inn.
I'm glad I'm moving forward, good sir. Like I don't know what the fuck
Well,
I'm doing here. I'm
yeah,
I'm
it's
a
like-
military
I
dude.
mean,
Like I don't even
If
know
we're
what.
trying to, if we're trying to stick with that foot theme, it just definitely seems like things have taken a step back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would be shocked if this was anywhere close to what it was before.
You would be correct in that assumption.
Thank you.
You're
I'm hoping that they
welcome.
send the new guy out as soon as possible. Like I'm not feeling this. Everyone said everything's worse. I don't like hearing
Who's
that.
they? Who's
Every
they?
single person that's come in since the guys died. His wife fucking
No,
left,
who-
man.
Who's they? Who's gonna send somebody else? What is this? Is this a corporation? Are you guys franchised?
Isn't it your guy?
It is your
Like
guy.
I talked.
I love how Lando just completely forgot
Yeah.
about this whole
Oh
thing.
fuck! It's the snail.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second, it's you.
That's me. Ah.
You're the new guy.
Welcome.
And he's like, "Are you in charge now?"
Maybe I'm the guy.
No, you
Wow.
don't. Look,
Lando, you could give him a quick training.
No, I look at the guy like you don't want him.
He's like, I don't think so. I don't think he doesn't even know who he works for. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't even know who we are.
Man,
Oh,
I'm
boy.
dumb. I feel like honestly, the more we've like played this campaign, Lando's just gotten dumber and dumber.
That's why you have to take notes, my dude. You gotta take the notes.
Well, that wasn't. Yeah, all right.
He gave you a note and everything, man. There was like a specific interaction you had with this dude who died that you completely forgot about.
No, I mean, I was just saying that because I was making a joke.
Yeah,
you know, in character.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess not out of character. I was making a joke, but
Such
in
a good.
character,
I love it though.
It was great.
Like,
Yeah, it was great.
that would be
Great check.
100% some shit that he would say. So.
Yeah, yeah.
BigYin
great.
just looks over at BigYin just looks
Also,
over at
just
Lando at
to
this
note,
point.
just to note too, that was like 4 days ago. So this is
No,
like,
it's been like
A week.
it's been a while. Yeah, it's been like over a
been-
week now. I would argue.
not
No,
not
I mean,
that long
we were-
though.
we were in Womford, you know, and we were a day before we were in Womford. We were in the barge ride getting interviewed, and then we left to go to Womford.
No, then you
So, it's
you
only
went
been
back
a-
to the Red Larch.
No,
Oh
we
yeah,
didn't.
so it's been like 2 weeks in game, I think.
Not quite that long.
Oh.
It's been like a week, I think, because a week is 10 days in my game. in
So
my
yeah,
rules.
that's a
Yeah.
ludicrously short amount of time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That's
especially for like
not
how
a lot of time
horrific
to
an
forget
event.
the
Well, he's
to
been
forget the
drinking
dead-
a lot. To be fair, he has been
Yeah.
drinking a lot, setting records. So maybe his mind has
Yeah.
wiped
Well,
over
I see
this.
I see it more as like shit talking that just got out of hand.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. And then Lando's like, "Oh wait, fuck, that's me."
Like if
It's
you're
my
you know
people.
having fun
Yeah, yeah.
with like your mom and she calls you a son of a bitch. I don't know if that's ever happened to you.
No.
And then she's like, "Oh shit, that's me."
BigYin just looks over at Lando. It's like, lad, would you like me to turn you into a goldfish? It may actually improve your memory.
I thought BigYin didn't want to be involved in all of this. Now he's
He's just giving Lando a bunch of shit at this point.
He's jumping on the shit talking train.
Meanwhile, we're still just drinking.
Yep.
He's just giving Lando shit, not the innkeeper. It's just like
Yeah.
he's commenting on the fact that like
Yeah.
Lando clearly doesn't remember like anything.
We're just having a good time.
This,
at the
this
bar.
literally sounds like a proper night out for a group
Yeah.
of friends. But
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You guys got character development, guys. Look at that.
What's happening?
You guys have all become close enough to shit talk each other. Look at that.
But then you mentioned that within a week we lost a couple of our friends and we went through a lot of shit, and this would have come to. Nice.
Yeah.
Huh? I
So,
mean,
yeah,
I
would imagine
one of
that
you
the rest
knows
of the-
what happened to one of them. To be fair. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
Oh, that's true. No, I was just gonna say the rest of the night we just drink and make merry.
Yeah, yeah.
Have a normal night for
Yeah.
once.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a feels good man kind of situation. Yeah, so then you guys head out the next morning. None of you guys are drunk. You guys weren't trying to get drunk necessarily. You guys are just drinking, having a good time. You all got tipsy, but not drunk. Unless you're trying to get drunk. Because if so, like, let me know, because that'll be extra money.
Nope.
Cool.
Nope.
Yeah, so you guys all head out the next morning. Not a big deal. And I will need a d20 roll from, we'll do Lando and we'll do BigYin, because they were the ones talking the most shit last night.
Roll 20.
Is this how drunk I am?
Sounds about right, yeah.
No, this is to find out if there's something interesting happening, right?
Yep. Man, you guys are lame. Nothing interesting happens. Yeah, you guys make your merry way out to the Red Larch. It's a fairly standard ride. Nothing too crazy occurs. And
Honestly, this has been the smoothest traveling that we've had this whole fucking campaign. Man.
and you guys end up back at the Red Larch. So you guys are coming through, I think, this side.
I suggest we make our way quietly to the swinging sword, or perhaps we may want to swing by Garfield first and let him know we're back and see if he.
I think we should go straight to the quarry.
This man does not fuck around.
I mean,
Well,
that's an
ignore that
option.
when he just,
Admittedly, it's daylight.
It's getting to be evening now. Like it's working its way. It's like 5 o'clock. You guys can see.
I personally think stopping by Garfield's might be a good idea. It seems like he's he's more on
guess-
our side than we thought, and he might
And-
can give us a heads up about what's going on in this town right now.
Can't BigYin just talk to him like whenever he wants?
Well, Garth is not part of the Emerald Enclave, is he?
No, but he's got
I
the,
have the
like,
sending
red
stone.
thing
No,
going
you
on
I
with
have
it.
a sending stone.
No, you don't.
I thought he gave me a sending stone.
He didn't give it to you yet. He said he's working on building one that
Oh,
just
yeah,
talks
that's
to you.
right.
And he said he'd let you know once it was done.
It's a fair point. I
But
keep
you
getting
guys-
excited for the sending stone.
You guys still do have a sending stone, technically speaking, via
That's right.
Elwarin.
Elwarin,
Well,
do you think you could reach out to the
No.
to Garfield
Well,
via that
Nope, he
stone you
didn't.
have?
No. So the sending stone has
I
works is
bought-
you give one to one person, the other person,
Exactly.
and they can now talk to each other. It's like a radio.
Oh.
Yeah, I
You
bought
don't
a
just get to
pair
be
of
like-
sending stones,
You don't get to just pick up a sending stone. Oh, this is like my cell phone. I have all my contacts listed.
Yeah. and I'm just saying
I'm
that. and-
sorry.
Oh, sorry. Let me scroll through my rock to find Garfield.
Exactly.
Come on, BigYin.
And he's not part of the Emerald Enclave, so it's not like we could talk to him
Not that you're aware
other
of.
than. Not that we were. Well, we would find out if we see him.
Yep. Well, you'd see if he had it on his
Yeah.
fingers. Like if he has it like in his pocket or like somewhere else, you wouldn't necessarily see it. But if he's wearing the ring like your parents were, you'd see it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what do you guys think? I think it's not a bad idea to stop by and say,
Well, let's go park the cart at the Swinging Sword, and then we can decide.
You know what? I'll park the cart, get us checked in.
He's
Y'all
like-
talk to Garfield.
He's like, listen, this way I don't have to talk to Garfield. It's fucking brilliant.
Do you just want to avoid the Magic Man?
yeah.
He's
Pretty
like,
obvious.
have I not made that very clear?
I mean, he's been nothing but help.
You're not wrong, and I like to keep it that way. Keep
"I'm,
me out of the equation. We're good to go.
I
I'm-
mean,
I'm a-
fine.
I'm okay with that, but since we brought up that topic and we're already down to 4 people, I'm gonna hand Ulrich one of the sending stones
Mm-hmm.
so that we do have the opportunity to communicate with each other while we're apart.
Nice.
Like it.
And you can like talk to him while you're talking to Garfield, and then then Ulrich doesn't have to be in the room when that happens. So you can get the
Exactly. and-
information at the same time.
yeah.
Fine. And the BigYin just hops out of the cart and just says,
Yep.
"All right, let's go."
Cool. I'm gonna do Ulrich's thing first. I think it's gonna be the fastest, if that's okay with y'all.
absolutely.
Yeah. So Ulrich dropped you guys off here at the same house you guys are used to going to.
Wait, what's Lando doing?
Lance, come with you guys, right?
Huh?
Are you going?
That-
You're going to Garfield's place, right?
I'm gonna go to the bar.
Okay. So you're going with
That's all.
Ulrich. Got it. That's fine. Just I thought you were going to Garfield because you seem pretty excited to talk to Garfield.
No, I
That's
didn't
fine.
like that guy.
Got it.
He swindled me.
No
Sweet
comment.
you.
No comment. Not saying nothing
That's,
about that.
that's
He's-
exactly
You
what.
were the one
swindled
who
me
offered
in
to
my
make
attempts to
do
s-
favors.
What kind of favors are you talking about, BigYin? He swindled me in my attempt to swindle him, and so now I've been swindled, and I'm bitter and butthurt.
He's like, I tried to make a better deal than he could make, but then he turned out his deal was just better than mine. But it turns out it wasn't better for me; it was just better for him.
Precisely.
Excellent.
How
Excellent.
dare he?
How dare he indeed. Got it. Cool, yeah, so we'll have Ulrich and Lando go first, 'cause I think that'll be faster. Ulrich, Lando, you guys head over to Swinging Sword, I'm guessing, because one of you isn't allowed at the Helm at the Headstone anymore.
Yep. Not
That's
the
not
person you
me.
think it would be. Yeah.
I know, not the
Not
person you
the
think it would be,
person you
exactly.
think it would be.
I'm gonna say that
Maybe-
Ulrich does remember this, like, there's no
Maybe
sign
Ulrich just
posted
puts on a
outside.
mustache and tries to go into the other bar.
No,
No,
comment.
Ulrich
Yeah,
wouldn't
no.
do that. He'd just like, no, I'm not welcome there.
Yeah, like there's no sign or anything posted outside saying, these two people cannot come into our bar, but like he remembers he was told not to come back, and he's okay with that. Yeah, you park your cart at the Swinging Sword. The little stable boy comes out. Oh, hello, good sirs. How are you doing?
Well, we'll see you in a couple hours, I think.
Oh, okay. Are you guys staying the night?
Yeah, hopefully.
That's ominous sounding.
Well,
I'm going through
that-
puberty.
and that is how our life has been so far. So you're not
Going
wrong.
through puberty? Wow, that's awesome.
No. Well,
Well, I guess I'll take your horses now. Do you have a, do you have anything you want me to do with these horses specifically, aside from just regular feed and regular brushing?
just do your thing. You're pretty good at that.
Okay, thank you, sirs. Goodbye.
Head on in.
Yeah, you come in and you see Kalisa inside.
You know what? Ulrich's gonna turn a new leaf. Give him a whole silver piece.
Wow, thank you, sir. You're almost as generous as the bigger one.
Well, I don't think I'll ever be as generous as the bigger one.
That's fair. No one else has given me a gold coin like that man before. Oh boy.
Man's crazy.
Man's generous. He
Yeah, well.
waves you off. Yeah, so you guys head into the Swinging Sword. Dinner is being prepared. Khalees is at the bar with the bartender. And you guys see Iran kind of in his back corner, like he always is at, just kind of watching. You guys heading straight to the bar. What are you guys doing? Looking for rooms?
Yeah. Well, I'll get our rooms sorted first.
Okay, yeah, Khalees is like, hey, welcome back. You are alive. That's excellent. I hadn't seen you guys in a while. I wasn't sure what happened.
Yeah, we're trying. We're doing our best.
I'm glad to hear it. You know, it's tough trying to find good people that stay alive for a long time.
You got that right. Man, ain't that the truth?
So, we doing 1 night, 2 nights, 3 nights a week? What's the game plan?
Let's just do night to night for now, and up to a week. But who knows? You're gonna play it by ear.
Are you gonna prepay for the carts then, or are the carts coming with you?
Because
I know last time, like, that you guys left for a little bit, like the cart stayed here and you had to pay when you came. Just want to get an idea of like.
Well, how much is it for a night? For a week? How much is it for a week for the cart?
1 gold.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Then just pay for a night at the inn as well.
Okay, cool. So that will be a gold for 1 room with 4 bunks, or you can pay 2 gold to get 2 rooms with 2 bunks, or you can pay 4 gold to get a nice room for each of you for a night.
I'll pay for a nice room for all of us.
Okay, so that's 4 gold total.
Yeah.
Wow. Bought around the big barn the night before. He's paying for
Dude,
rooms.
Ulrich's actually got money now.
I can tell, yeah.
He can actually be nice when it comes to money.
Sure.
I'm liking it.
Elwarin's like, how do we get some more money to Ulrich so he can pay for more shit?
I'm just listening to the sending zone the whole time. It's like, oh, this is awesome.
I don't think that's how that works.
No, I know.
He just has the radio station on the entire time
Yeah.
as for the walkie-talkie. Yeah, cool. So yeah, she hands you the 4 keys, and you head up. I'm guessing you're heading up to your room to like put your stuff away or doing whatever you're gonna do.
Yeah, I'll just like toss my bag in there and then join Lando back down at the bar.
Got it. Cool. So Lando, you have a key. You're eating and drinking, correct?
Yeah, probably some light eating, mostly drinking.
Got it. So we're gonna do the same thing. It's probably gonna be a gold for everything that you're gonna be doing, drinking wise, just per standard Lando fare.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. You see Slagritha there again?
Slagathor.
Slagathor. Sorry.
I'm gonna just act like I've never met her before.
Are you gonna talk to her? Are you gonna avoid her like you did last time?
I'm not even gonna like look over at her.
Got it. You'll see her once, and then just never look at that space again. And that space is dead.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. It's just a black hole in my vision, and if I look over there, I'm just looking through her.
Got it. Nice. Healthy, some would say. Very healthy. Yeah. Are you looking to try to set a new record?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna take it easy today.
Got it. So just 10 is what you're saying.
We got killing to do.
Got it. So just 10.
Yeah.
Ulrich, how much you drinking? How much you eating? Trying to keep pace with Lando because he's not doing 16 or 20.
No, just a casual night.
Cool. Yeah, that'll be 2 silver for you for a casual night.
Alright.
What? He spends 2 silver and I spend a gold?
You're going 10 drinks in, my dude. He's going like 1 plus food.
Hmm.
You can also go light if you want to. I have no problem with that. You're gonna get
No.
1 drink and 1 piece of
I have
one thing of
money.
food.
I have money.
Yeah,
Plenty of food.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you could just buy alcohol and eat rations off your belly, for all I care.
No. I'm gonna eat the real food from this a not terrible bartender.
You can also
like that last guy.
you can also buy rations in the town if you're looking to get anything else or like up any gear. You guys could check Valavo's place. You would know this for if he's gotten any magical items or anything like that. Or you can just look to get upgrades for like plate armor or stuff like that from the town. They have blacksmiths and stuff like that.
That's a good point. At my earliest availability, I'm going to be looking for new armor.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. We'll say you guys want to do that tomorrow morning.
Sure.
Before you guys head out.
Yeah, we can probably all do a run together to look at stuff.
Cool. Yeah, sounds good. Sweet. Yeah. So that's what you guys are doing for the night, and then whenever you get a ping from the sending stone, it's gonna like buzz and like rattle in your, I guess, bag or pocket or whatever you have the sending stone in. Or did you leave the sending stone in the room? Ulrich.
I probably would have left it in the room
Got it.
because I threw it in my bag and
Yep.
then forgot about it.
Totally makes sense. Cool. But
Yeah.
that's how it's going to interact. I guess I'll let you guys know. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna like shake and like vibrate. It's gonna be like an old
Again, like,
yeah.
Out of character, I'd love to say he like put it in his pocket, but he
it's-
would have just
it's-
put it in his
Yeah,
bag.
it's definitely an Ulrich thing. So like
Yeah.
Anyways, so I'm just explaining. Like that's gonna be the mechanic for you like turning on and saying so. One either end, like it's just gonna like vibrate and like shake.
Sure.
Cool. All right. So that's what you guys do, and then you'll head home, or either of these guys will meet you at the bar while you're drinking and eating, or you'll head up to your room and go to sleep. Is my guess game plan for you guys?
Yeah.
So, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So you
Hopefully nothing bad happens and just enjoy the night.
Sure, yeah. Elwarin and BigYin, y'all land at the front porch of Garfield. Doors closed. What do you guys do?
Well, we politely knock on the door.
Yep.
I reckon. And BigYin just walks up, knocks on the door.
What was it? You said you reckon what? I was waiting for the end of that sentence.
I reckon we knock on the door.
Okay. Why, hello, my friends. How are you doing today?
You're as awake as ever, I guess.
It is only
doing
like
alright.
5:30. It's not that late. Come in,
I'm
come
bored.
in.
Very well. We walk in, or
Yeah.
at least I walk in. I don't know what Elwarin's doing.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
follow.
And as always, you guys see the mirrors, you guys see the desk, and you see Garfield's bright, smiley face at his 5'5" stature.
Do I see the ring on him?
Make a perception or investigation check for me at your dealer's choice.
Both of us, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Because we're using. Well, we should be able to see the ring on him if he's wearing it, or do we need to focus on it?
Well, like I said,
I thought
make your rolls, and I'll give you your answer. You don't see a ring on his hand or on his person.
Okay.
You guys would, as you guys kind of look for like any kind of like bulges in pockets that look like ring-like, you do see a couple rings that are in his pocket, but you can't ascertain whether it's the same as yours or not, or it's just some other rings that he has.
Just to point out, I thought like the ring, like it literally would glow on their hand. Like we're wearing
only-
our rings, we can see it on them. Like
Yeah, so
whether
Only
he's-
if he wears it,
He's not wearing
I
it,
think,
right?
right?
okay.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
whole thing. Like, he's not wearing. That's why I had you guys roll the perception checks. If he was wearing it, you would have seen the glowing thing, right?
Okay.
But I was giving you guys rolled really well, so I got to give you the extra information that there were rings in his pockets.
Right. Well, we appreciated all the information you gave us and the help you gave us in contacting Mikhail. We decided to come back and tell you we made it back alive and that we were going to go back into the quarry as we found some additional information regarding the issue we found in there. Apparently, the
Hmm.
whole. Yeah, have you spoken with Mikhail since we've been on the road?
No. He we talked before you guys went off into battle, and he assured me that you guys would be back, and I thought, I don't need to bother Mikhail anymore with my questions. I could just wait for you to approach me, huh? So tell me all about your adventure.
I look at Elwarin because I'm guilty of oversharing at this point. One time too many. I don't want to get yelled at again.
well, let's just put it short and brief. The adventure went well. We were able to meet up with everybody. I'm just curious, how's it been in the town here? Has anything changed since we left last time?
Ah, I'm so glad you asked. Oh, rumors, gossip, so much to tell. The main thing I think you guys would find interesting, as you guys are looking for cultists, still correct? That's your goals haven't changed, if I believe.
That's correct, yeah.
Mother Yolantha, she runs a, we'll say boarding house for folks that are in town that don't quite have the cash for the swinging sword, or, the skullduggery necessary to really enjoy the Helmet the High Sun. And so she puts people up for cheap. She had 6 people that were boarding with her. They vanished about 8 days ago now. Maybe 9, maybe 10, I don't recall. And she hasn't seen them since. They've paid for the month, and she's concerned they've died, but you know, these things happen in the world, and she's already been paid, so it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, she's looking for where those gentlemen went off to.
Interesting. And where would we
Well, that
find
tallies
that
with
lady?
our adventure.
What were you asking, Elwarin?
Where we would find the lady?
Mother Yolantha and her boarding house?
Yeah.
She is right behind the Helm of the High Sun, right here, as he points on his map of Red Larch.
And then I had one more question for you.
Of course.
It seems like you were aware of the cultists gathering in the mountains before.
Mhm.
As far as we were aware, that was going on for a week, and it's been a while since we've been around. Are they still meeting up and hanging out there, or has it been split up?
I mean, the bigger group has finally disappeared, but there are still some cult activity. I think you'll find something interesting there when you go. Maybe additional challenges. Just much fun for me to watch. And as he says that, he pulls out an earring. And he gives it to you, BigYin. It's a red earring, just one. And it seems to be, it has a it has a G on it, big G. He says, for you, BigYin, I figured out how to get our communication to work. You put this and you pierce your ear, and I will be able to talk to you whenever I like.
I can't help but feel that I'm getting shades of copyright infringement from season 1 of Critical Role. But yes, I love the idea of a magic earring. This is wonderful. And BigYin looks at it and looks at that G and says, "Hey,
G
this is
for
clever.
Garfield.
Are you sure it's not G for and G for Grand
No. What?
or Gandalf?
No.
I hear he's a fine wizard."
I don't. He just looks over at Elwarin. What is he on about now?
I honestly have no idea.
Do you know who Gandalf is? I have no idea who that is.
I have no idea. This is
BigYin
what I have to
pierces his
deal
ear.
with every single day.
Okay.
BigYin pierces his left ear and puts the earring in.
I love how you do these things without like any thought. Fuck. Give me a second to think about now what the fuck's happening. Give me a second. Okay. As you pierce your ear and Garfield is talking to Elwarin trying to figure out what the fuck you're even talking about, you feel a sharp pain for about 5 seconds as it pierces through your earlobe, and then it seems to seal where the pain was. It numbs, and then it goes back to like feeling like your regular ear. Just now you have something a little heavy dangling down from it, and as you kind of pierce it through,
Is it like a stud, or is it more like one of the earrings you saw, like the earrings they use for the fusion change in Dragon Ball Z?
more similar to that with a G on it.
Okay. Okay.
That's literally what I was thinking about the whole time when you brought up that earring.
Fusion.
Yeah.
Ha!
So it's like that. It's like a Batara earring, but there's a G on it, and yeah. So that's there, and BigYin, I need you to make a wisdom, just a straight wisdom check for me.
Shouldn't be too bad. 18.
So now say that.
10 is what you mean. Yeah, so you have now 3 different streams of consciousness going through your brain.
Really?
Yours, that's like always been there. The second one being from the ring that you have on your ear, your hand from the Emerald Enclave. And then you just hear a static buzz, like a zzz, like white noise static from a now like third line. And Garfield says, "Oh, how lovely! You just put that right on without any instruction or explanation. How lovely! Ah."
I figured it. I knowing the basics of how sending magic works, I figured it wouldn't do me any harm. Hey, this is rather clever. Am I like, though he puts his hand over his mouth and just like holds his lips shut. Talking without using the mouth, talking just through my mind is gonna take a wee bit of getting used to.
Do you say that out loud, or do you say that in your mind? Like, what's happening here, my dude? So the
So
issue is currently that you have 3 different things rolling through your head right now, right?
Right. So BigYin immediately like realizes, like, as soon as he feels like the third one, like his first initial
lot.
thought is like, he kind of like grabs his head, like he puts his hand to his right hand up to his forehead because there's a little bit of pain there, and he's like, huh. And he stops, he like stands upright, shakes his head, and he's like, he thinks, well, that's interesting, which is when I assume Garfield just like
Turns.
notices and starts talking to him in his head.
No,
and
he's saying all this out loud.
And so BigYin says his initial thing out loud. He's like, "Hey, well, knowing a wee bit about how the magic works, I wasn't worried." And then he stops, and then he kind of like just puts his hand over his mouth to kind of like as a physical gesture to stop himself from talking out loud, and focuses on the third stream of conscious and says, "This talking without my mouth, it will take a wee bit of getting used to. It was hard enough with the ring on my hand, and trying to tune out all the Emerald Enclave information. This is a wee bit more different."
And then Garfield says, "Well, I'm glad to see that it's working. And he sits there, and he takes a seat for the first time, and you see him rifle through some papers, and you just see him start writing some stuff down.
BigYin is like, wait a minute. He continues to try and focus on the third stream of conscious and is like, "Do you mean to say you didn't test it?"
He's continuing to write some stuff down. You hear nothing on, like, no response on your end. Then he looks up.
BigYin's just like, oh, he stops focusing on the third stream of conscious, returns to his own. It's like, oh, Pan, what have I got to stop doing that? One of these days I may end up frying my own brain.
And he looks up to you, Elwarin, and he says, "So, your mother has asked me for a favor, Elwarin, and I'm not quite sure how to handle this."
What's the favor?
She wants me to investigate this girl that you guys met, and seems to have shot your father.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she she did mention she was worried about her.
Hmm. Do you have any, like, do you know what she looked like? Can you give me a description? Your mother didn't get a good look of her, unfortunately.
I gotta recall. I don't think I got a look at her at all. Did I?
No, you didn't. I don't think you got a
No.
good look at her either.
No, I was so far away that
Yeah.
I don't even think I saw her at all.
No, I would say
so-
you could probably tell like her silhouette, but you wouldn't be able to like picture
but
her
at the-
face.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I know
um,
that BigYin and frickin' Zod didn't.
Sure. Yeah.
I think the only one who might have gotten a good look would have been Elwarin's father.
Ulrich
Well, yeah.
also.
Ulrich, yeah.
Lando.
Ulrich
yeah.
and Lando.
that's fair.
I'll look over to him and I'll say, well, he was saying this out loud. I say, maybe, hey, ask Ulrich. He might know. He was up in the front.
Yeah. I didn't really get a good look at her, so yeah. Let me reach out to him. Luckily, I have a way of getting a hold of him right now. Let me see if I can reach him,
So convenient.
and I'll try to use the sending stones to reach out to Ulrich.
Yeah. So while that's happening, and
Rough, buddy.
yeah, the Garfield will now respond to you in your head, or BigYin. He says, "I'm so sorry for not responding earlier. It's just typically bad form to speak in someone's mind in company. But yes, I can hear you. How does it feel?"
BigYin decides to follow proper protocol, and says,
By proper
If I
protocol,
call-
do you mean are you speaking out loud or are you speaking still in the head?
gonna start talking out loud
Okay.
again. And he's like, it's different. The pain is lessening. He's like, he thinks for a second, and how loud is the static running through his head, or is it like tolerable if he doesn't focus on it?
It's tolerable if you don't focus on it. It's just like a constant buzz in the back there. Like you notice the Emerald Enclaves one, like you can only hear it if you want to hear it.
Mhm.
So already like it's there, like you can feel its like kind of presence there, but you only hear the actual noise about it if you like want to tune into it.
For
Right?
sure.
This one
So-
is just a constant like slight like white noise buzz.
Yeah. So Ulrich I hold up my hand and I look at him and I point to the ring on my left hand and I say, well, and no, on my right hand. I point to the ring on my right hand and I say, well, with this, I focus on it and I hear things. If I don't focus on it, I hear nothing.
So
This-
just a reminder, only people that are in the Emerald Enclave can see the ring.
Oh, that's right.
So if you want to
So-
retract that, because like I said, you still don't know if he's part of the Emerald Enclave.
Right. Oh yeah, I'll retract that. Don't say anything. I say, well, there's a wee bit of a buzzing, like there's a bee in my head.
Hmm.
I don't know if you can refine the spell, maybe get it to stop buzzing, maybe you can tune it now that it's on, so I can just focus on it and it'll work. But the buzzing is not intolerable.
He's like, "May I touch your ear?"
BigYin just like walks over to where he's sitting down, writing, and just takes a knee.
He touches the G, and then he touches your ear, and he starts to like trace onto the top of your head, and he's kind of like feeling for something, you're not quite sure what. You feel like warmth kind of spread through your head as he's doing this, and then he pushes down on it, and at like just the top right corner of your head, he just pushes down on it, and you feel something go through, but you don't feel pain, if that makes sense. Like it feels like something's tickling your brain, but you don't feel like he punctured or like pierced anything. And the buzzing goes away. And he removes his hand and he says, "That should do the trick. Yes, I was going to ask you if I could touch you and touch the earring first and get it all sorted out, but well, now you know what happens if you just put this ring on without it being tuned."
Aye, fair enough. Appreciated.
Yeah, so this
Then he
is
kinda, like, walks back.
Yeah, so this is going to be called Garfield's Ring, or Earring, sorry.
Got it.
And it's your one-way communication to Garfield, kind of, as needed. And it's only with
Got it.
Garfield. It's not like a sending stone.
So you couldn't pass it over to anybody else? It wouldn't work. It's just on him.
Garfield. So you're asking Garfield this out loud?
That was just sorry. That was out of character. I was asking how that thing works.
You're not sure yet. You guys haven't figured that out yet. But yeah. So back to Elwarin. You're trying to call the sending stone, and just nothing. No response.
So pretty much nothing works. So while they finish up their conversation, I just kind of turn around. It's like, Garfield, you're probably more familiar with this. It doesn't seem to work. I'm trying to get a hold of Ulrich, but there's no response. Nothing.
Maybe he doesn't have it on him. Usually these things vibrate and buzz and cause a bit of a ruckus, honestly, if it's not on your person. If it's in a backpack and it's away from you, you may not hear it. It won't like break anything, but it'll just vibrate and buzz.
Okay. Well, interesting. BigYin, maybe we should check out what's going on there. And worries me a little bit that he's not able to answer it.
Might be worth it. Well, and then I can always talk to Garfield and provide the description. Aye, that'll work. Well, sir, we will not take up any more of your time. We'll get you the additional information as we can. We're going to go and check on our friends.
Okay, well, toodaloo, if you could bring Ulrich in so I could get that juicy description, Orlando, if they know what this last looked like. That would be mighty helpful for me in my investigation. You see a big smile on his face as he says this.
I don't know how keen Ulrich will be to come.
Well, maybe if you say it's so that I can find this girl and maybe he can take revenge. Maybe. As a big smile still stays on his face.
Well, we'll get you information. Whether Ulrich will be here or not, that's going to be a different story.
Okay, well, toodaloo, gentlemen. I will get to work and do some other things that I have to do. Busy man. It's always a joy seeing you guys. Feel free to stop by whenever.
And so we leave.
Cool.
Yep.
And make our way over to the Helm at the High Sun.
Nope.
I mean, you can. No. That's where he's going.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can
yeah,
go
no,
there.
we're going to go to the swinging sword. Sorry, we're going to go to the swinging sword.
Everybody's like, nope, and I'm like, nah, hey, if he wants to go there, I have no problem with him hanging out
Fair
there.
enough.
He hasn't been kicked out. Cool, yeah, so you head to the swinging sword. Probably hasn't been too long, so you probably catch both of them eating and drinking at this time. And yeah, you guys can, or you can give them the 2 keys if you'd like to, or you can hold that, do whatever you want.
Yeah. Tell them that I got rooms for them.
Well, that's very generous. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. You weren't here, so no reason for you to wait and pay gold.
Do we owe you anything for the rooms, or?
No, I just don't like, stab me in the back or anything. If I disappear all of a sudden, find me. I'll probably be dead though. You know how it goes.
Fair enough. So we did talk to Garfield. If you want to chat about that for a second, or
Yeah.
Or it's like, oh shit, they like pat his pockets. Ah, damn it, that thing you gave me.
yeah.
No, I threw that in my bag. I totally forgot. That's my bad. That's on me. That one's on me.
Well, we're getting used to it. Hopefully next time it would be of better use. Luckily, this wasn't an emergency.
Yeah, I threw my bag in my room because, like, why have it down here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did you did you ever try to get a hold of me or anything? Or?
Yeah. I don't know in generally if we should be just talking about our adventures out here in the open. So maybe
Oh
we should
yeah. I got
Go-
you. I got you.
go to the room for a second or something.
Well, let's finish dinner here and then we can talk before bed.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah,
Aye, there's
silver for
well-
food and silver for drink, and however many drinks you're doing, multiply the number of silver.
I'll just drop a silver for one of each.
Yeah, cool. So 2 silver.
Same here.
Yeah.
And while BigYin eats, he kind of looks over at Elwarin and Ulrich says, I mean, I didn't want to... nah, I'll wait. I'll wait.
So yeah, BigYin and Land or Ulrich and Lando, you guys do see a new earring on BigYin. Like it's not hidden by anything. You just got a earring with the G on it.
Another favor? If I like indicate the earring.
No, more what I paid for. Do you remember I gave him a wee bit of my blood?
Yeah. Yeah, I do remember that.
I just imagine the horror on Ulrich's face as he sees this item now on his ear.
This is the communication device. I can now seamlessly communicate instantly with Garfield. Without talking.
Oh hell, that's something, I suppose.
Instantaneous communication. It's a wonderful thing. It's a bit strange though.
Yeah, I would
Perhaps.
imagine it could also be not a wonderful thing.
Ulrich, so that's the reason why I threw that thing in the bag and totally forgot about it.
No, I think it was legitimately.
I know.
yeah,
Yeah, it's just. Oh yeah, this goes in my backpack, and then just complete for spaces as he's on his way to the swinging sword. Yeah. No, that was just a joke.
Thinking about it a bit more, BigYin, you didn't really ask a lot of questions about that thing.
I mean, that's a fair point.
So
like can you take it out? Can he listen to you anytime he wants to? Do you know anything? Did he say anything? Did you guys talk through that thing that I don't know about?
He asked me about if I felt any pain. And I mean, if he really wanted to mess with me, having my blood would have been enough.
Can
But
he track you?
Reaches up and pulls the earring, attempts to pull the earring out.
It stays. Doesn't seem to move.
He's like, a moment, lads. He just focuses on the second stream of consciousness and says, pardon, Garfield.
Yes, BigYin, what can I do for you?
I'm having a few questions.
Well, maybe seems a little late for that, but go ahead and ask.
Can I take this thing out?
Not after I did what I just did.
Am I... Oh dear.
But constant communication with the one and only Garfield, what more could you want?
Does this make me a servant?
No. I mean, unless you want me to do some favors for you.
Do you have power over me?
I've only thought I could do communication. I haven't really explored the other side of it. It's been 5 minutes.
Other side of it.
Check.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh god.
He seems to be telling you the truth. So, just so we're all clear here, this man does have a high deception score, if that wasn't clear already.
Yeah. No, I was guessing that.
But your insight tells you he's telling you the truth so far. Like thus far he's been very truthful and very upfront, where he hasn't tried anything. He specifically said, I haven't tried to do anything else with this. But he thinks the capabilities currently are that he can talk to you in his mind.
Right.
So you go with the 16, is what I'm trying to say.
That's all for now.
Okay, well, as always, you have a Garfield now whenever you like, and I have you whenever I like.
Oh Christ! I didn't think that. And he stops focusing on the train of thought and just thinks, "Oh,
when
Pan,
you
what have I done?"
Back again. Ulrich's like, all right. So he track you with that thing now that you're back with us? You kind of disappeared on us in mid conversation.
I didn't disappear. I held my hand up and I said, "Give me a moment."
Yeah, like
And
a bit weird. You just sort of stared off in the middle distance there.
He can't do. He has not tested the extent of it. Can I remove it, as it's attuned to me apparently?
He never said it was attuned to you.
Or it's tuned to me. It's tuned specifically to my brain.
Perhaps attached
So-
or glued or symbiotic
Yeah.
now.
It's apparently a permanent link unless he can remove it himself. I didn't ask that question.
Well, ain't that something? That's nice.
Apparently, he has not tried to exert power over me, and as he knows Mikhail, I'm erring on the side that he'll not do anything evil. But if I start acting funny, I expect y'all to cut my ear off.
Well, I'll leave that one to Lando. Hopefully, you don't miss.
He's like, don't go to try to find a way to get this off my ear. Just take the full ear, please. Excellent. Sorry.
No, just going full Vincent Van Gogh.
Yeah, just take the whole ear, please. Like, don't even try to cut just like the part of the earlobe off. Just take the whole thing, please.
It feels on brand for BigYin right now, because BigYin is not like, he's like, well, maybe not the whole ear, just the piece where just a bit where the piercing is. And then,
Well, depending on how
Anyways.
much you struggle, we may or may not miss.
BigYin finishes his food and goes upstairs. It's like, I'll meet
Well,
you lads upstairs. We need to
we-
talk.
Yeah, we can. Well, yeah, we let him go.
Elwarin thinks for like a minute. He's like, it's okay. We'll just let him.
Yeah,
be.
that's really.
He's done
and
enough
as
bad
soon as-
decisions.
And as
I've
soon
made enough bad decisions.
as soon as he walks away, I look over to Ulrich. He's like, we should probably be careful about what we talk about around this guy at the moment.
Well, yeah. You know, Elwarin, I'm glad someone's on my side now when it comes to that guy.
This is some total bullshit.
You didn't even give me a chance to explain
Yeah.
what the earring does.
Like,
Just
yeah.
immediately, I put it on. I'm like, oh, I didn't even get to finish my conversation with Elwarin before I turned to you to explain what's going on with the earring. It's on. Okay, that's fine. Let's play with this. I'm fine.
Love it.
I hate you all.
And out of character, I also want to point out that the very first thing that he said through that thing was that he now has a hearing device from the Emerald Enclave because he's part of them. Like he shared that information
Well, no, I
within the
rolled that
first
back.
second.
He rolled it back because I
Well, I
asked
think,
him because he
yeah.
didn't see the ring. I was like, are you sure you want to be saying that? I asked him.
Yeah,
I asked him because I wasn't trying to
I
like
feel-
fully fuck you guys. Because he already fucked
You know-
himself with the earring on his ear without asking any questions. So I was like, listen, I don't need to mess everybody else's day up with this.
I think he even mentioned it before in a sentence. But yes.
No, you guys just looked for the ring. He didn't say anything explicit. Like, if Garfield suspects anything, you guys wouldn't know, is what I would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, BigYin didn't say anything like, oh, are you part of the Emerald Enclave? Or like, oh, can you hear the Emerald Enclave? Like, he didn't say anything like that.
Okay.
He did originally, but then he retracted.
I just thought he said it
Yeah.
twice, but it doesn't
No,
matter.
no,
So,
We're good. I would have let you guys know that he did that if that was the case. I would have paused the session for a second.
I feel very foolish at this point.
It's very on brand for the BigYin though thus far, I think, for how you've been
Yeah,
playing.
that's true.
All right, yeah. So what do you guys do?
Well, he's been trusted as Garfield with everything anyway, so yeah,
I mean,
it's on brand for sure.
Some could say you don't really have a reason not to trust him. He's only been helpful,
That's also
Fair.
true.
right? I mean,
But-
for what it's worth, I'm
but
saying
he-
like for what it's worth thus far.
Yeah, but he's also doing it all for his own entertainment, so I don't know if that's the right intention to trust on everything, but yes.
Hey man, people that have a lot of power just like to have fun sometimes, right? I don't know, man.
I mean,
haven't-
he could be the incarnation. He could be a physical incarnation of Pan, and I just don't know it yet. And he could be doing all of this as a particularly fun wheeze, because Pan is a god of. He's kind of a chaotic guy.
Maybe. No comment either way. You guys have no idea.
Find out eventually.
Maybe you will. Maybe you won't. I shall give up. moving.
Yeah, so we finish eating and then go upstairs, and then while we're at the top of the stairs, I'm gonna point to BigYin's room, and then shrug my shoulders like and then point to my room, like
And-
which.
And I'll nod when you point at your room.
Okay, and then we'll just go to go to Ulrich's room.
Okay, so the three of you go to Ulrich's room. BigYin is in his room, pouting, I'm guessing.
Not pouting.
What are you doing then, my dude?
I'm waiting for them to actually. I'm the one who can actually talk to Garfield. I want to talk to them and get the description of what's her face so we can pass that on.
Got it. Maybe express that to the group somehow.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll say he did
Yeah.
When
that.
I got up and
before
walked
he
away, I
went up,
said
yeah.
we had the talk.
Yeah,
He's expecting us to come upstairs. To
Yeah,
see.
yeah. He's
but
expecting
we're
you
gonna
guys to
talk
search his room.
out
Yeah,
of earshot
Sure. Yeah,
of
yeah.
him
Sure.
before we go and talk to
I'm
him.
so not happy about this.
That's fine. All right, continue. I just wanted to make sure like what the game plan was. Yeah, that's
No,
fine.
yeah.
Cool. All right, yeah.
We
So
just-
the three of you guys are
we
in
just-
Ulrich's room.
Yeah, we just don't trust that earring at this point.
Sure.
So it's
Opposite
nothing
side.
against BigYin personally at this point. Well, kind of because he made that choice, but it's more about like we don't
Oh,
really know what that.
Wow. I'll make sure that comes back to bite all of you.
So how I think this occurred is you guys got 4 rooms, 2 of them adjacent, and then 2 across the hall from each other. So it's like two on each side of the hallway, pretty much. And I would think Ulrich would have split it up so that him and Lando are one on one side, and BigYin and the Elwarin on the other side. That's how I would imagine it would have been divvied out.
Yeah, we'll say. I think Ulrich would have just handed out keys randomly, so we'll just say that's how it worked.
Well, yeah, we'll just say that's how it worked out. Yeah, just yeah. But yeah, so you guys are across the hall from the BigYin's room and Ulrich's room.
Yeah. All right. Well, what you want to talk about?
Well, so we kind of checked in with Garfield, and he was asking some questions. And he didn't really tell much about what's going on. I asked him about if anything changed in the town, and everything happened since we left. And he mentioned that I forgot the lady's name. What's her name?
What are you
Yeah.
talking about right now?
Well, initially he told us
Mother
about
Yolantha. Mother Yolantha.
Mother Yolantha, yeah. That she had 6 guests staying with her that disappeared, and she's worried that they're not alive anymore. And that might be something we should look into. Additionally, he mentioned that my mother asked some questions about the lady we fought. I guess she was a ranger.
Yeah. There's half elf, right, or elf?
She was a
Wood elf.
Wood elf. Yeah, full wood.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah. She asked him about some information, and I couldn't give any because I didn't get a good look at her. So I was wondering if one of you guys had a better description of what she looked like.
Oh yeah, I got a good look at her.
Yeah, he was asking for the information to be able to look into that
Well,
person. a bit
now
more.
here's a question for you: what are we hiding from Garfield at this point? Because it sounds like this is all information he already has.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if we're really hiding anything from him. I just don't like the idea of someone listening on everything we say.
Well, that's fair. I appreciate that. But I think we can talk about this in front of BigYin.
Yeah, I just wanted to give you the runner initially
Yeah.
before to let you know where we stand, so you get a little idea of what conversation we're going into.
All right. And then while we're talking, I'm gonna reach into my bag and grab the sending stone. Like, aha, I'm shoving it in my pocket.
Yeah, just hold on to that one.
Yeah.
Might come
Actually, I'm
in
gonna
handy
put it
later.
in my coin purse. So, like, I have it with me anytime I have my money on me.
Got it. Okay. When do you not have your money on you? Maybe it's a better question.
Exactly.
Got it.
Never.
Excellent. So, that's what I thought. So I just want to make sure. Cool. So yeah, so you guys head into BigYin's room. I'm guessing you like knock or whatever.
Yeah.
Thud, BigYin.
So, you finally decided to come and talk to me. I heard you on the stairs.
Well, yeah. I mean, you understand, right?
BigYin just kind of leans back against the wall, crosses his arms, and looks at them, and raises an eyebrow.
I don't think he understands, guys.
Oh no, I understand just fine. Admittedly, I know I made a not as intelligent as a decision as I could have. But I have to focus on for him to hear me or talk to him. You could have asked the person who has some rudimentary knowledge in sending magic.
Are you sure?
As
He
I
seems a little
understand,
bit
that's how
more
the magic
powerful than you
works.
are. All right, well, I'll trust you. You trust us, we'll trust you. How about that? We just want to get our ducks in a row before coming and talking to you. You know what I mean?
I'm just trying to see if you have the sending spell. You don't even have the sending spell, man.
But I figure I've been schooled in some basic magic because eventually I can get that spell. I know I can learn to master the spell eventually, further down, I think.
Let me
But
check. Let me
it's
check on that
something
real
I'm.
quick. Continue. I just wanted to check.
I
And see.
think it is something I can eventually learn.
No, that's a bard,
It's
cleric,
not?
and wizard spell, my dude.
Bard, cleric, and well, I guess I was wrong.
Yeah.
My bad.
No worries, but I'll say that you have
Never
like
mind.
you have a general idea of like how that spell can
Well,
be
I can
done.
talk.
You
I can
just don't know
talk
how
to
it works.
animals.
Yeah.
I have speech of beast and leaf, and
yeah.
I can talk to animals, so I have an understanding of some sending magic.
Sort of, yeah. We'll say, like I said, we'll say you have like a very, very broad understanding of how it works, but you couldn't do it yourself.
I like the idea that BigYin thinks he knows how it works.
Yeah. I'm just letting his player character understand that he doesn't know how the spell works.
No, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's perfectly.
I like that BigYin thinks he does, which I'm totally fine to run with. But you, as the player, know that you don't actually know. Unfortunately, you would have a like I said, very broad, rudimentary understanding of like how the magic, in theory, would work, but you have no way of actually testing that.
So at this point, obviously, like, well, the only reason I wanted to talk to you was to say that if you saw who the wee woman who was shooting all the arrows that was turning corners on us was, if you got a good look at her, you may as well tell me, and
I
I
did.
can communicate that to Garfield.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I thought you guys had talked about some other things. You just were asking questions about what Garfield wanted to know. That's fine. I mean, at this point, what do we got to hide from Garfield, right?
I'm pretty sure Garfield knows most about what we got up to. I didn't tell him about what we found in the cave, nor did I tell him about everything we discussed. He knows that we're hunting cultists. He knows that we've come back, and that there was a connection, which I'm pretty sure he already knew.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I've been pretty good about the information I've shared.
Well,
I'm trying.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, now, he might be able to dig around in that brain of yours, but you're saying it can't, so that's great. Good news. Good news, everyone. Well, all right. And I just give a description of the wood elf.
I was gonna do something really funny there as you were like praising him for understanding, and I just have Garfield take over his body as a joke, but I didn't want to ruin the moment.
Yeah, that would
That would have been hilarious. It was gonna be like a thing that actually didn't happen, but just a funny joke.
I've been really upset about that.
Which is
I mean,
which was the reason why I didn't do it.
As a player character, I actually would have thought that was fucking hilarious.
It wouldn't have happened like in game. Like it wouldn't have been like a real thing that happened. I was just gonna be like, and as you say that, just kidding.
Mikhail takes over your body, turns into a wolf, and eats everybody.
Yeah.
I say I take the description, and I pay very close attention, and I was like, right. I put my hand up, and I'll say, "Are you listening, laddie? You there, Garfield?"
I don't think I've given you the permission to call me laddie yet, good sir, but I'm ready for your description. I assumed you were writing down the description that Ulrich was telling you.
I did. I wrote it down.
Cool. I wasn't sure if you were telling him telepathically without like even pinging him to let him know you're gonna do this, or like if you were writing it down as he was explaining it. I wasn't sure. That's
I wrote it down, and I wrote it down, and I was like, right, I have a description for you.
Oh, excellent! Give me a second to get some pencil and paper, please. You hear like I guess you don't hear this because this is all telepathically. Haha. After a couple seconds, he's like, ready?
I give the description initially totally correct, and then I change 2 items at the end. And
Which
I'll
2
say, does
items
that,
specifically?
what I don't know what Ulrich
Hey,
You just make up.
Yeah, just make up 2 things that you're changing.
height and hair color to see if he actually is to see as a test to see if he could actually hear anything else going on around me.
Okay. He's like, excellent, thank you very much. I will be in contact with you shortly if this works. Thank you.
Wait,
Yes?
I admit. Let me ask you a question now. I've got a question. Now, that description I gave you,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't sound familiar to you. You hadn't heard it before. You didn't hear anything in the discussion that I was having with my friends prior to me contacting you and saying, I have a description.
Oh no, that would be horrifically terrible of me to do.
Insight check.
Yeah, go for
I'm just hoping I hit like a nat 20 just once.
I'm kind of hoping a 1.
it. Seems
Come on,
truthful.
give me the fucking 19.
Seems truthful, man. Seems truthful. So, like I said, I've discussed this before, and I will reiterate that. Just because you land a nat 20 on a skill check doesn't necessarily mean you succeed. But it will be as good as the BigYin could have done.
Yeah.
But yeah, with 13, he seems sincere in the sense that he wouldn't want to listen. He wouldn't pry in on your conversations unless you asked him to.
BigYin lets loose a internal mental sigh.
Are you sighing to Garfield?
No, separate on a separate separate mental thread. He started to get used to the idea of thinking in 2 different streams. And he says,
I feel like there used to be a check for that, but I'm gonna let it go for right now.
Oh no, I'll make a check
he's
for
gonna
it.
have like
I'll
7
make a
mental
check for it.
streams going.
Do you want me to make a wisdom saving throw?
No, not a saving throw. Just try wisdom for me. DC of, we'll say 15 because it's early. Like you just got access to this stuff. And it'll lower as like the longer time you spend with it to like how easy it is to like do both of those things.
Fuck.
It's not easy. Like you think it's easy, but it's actually very difficult. So your psi that you think is going into your brain space actually goes into the Emerald Enclave brain space. And
oh god.
There's just a large fearful psi that enters into the discourse and discord that is the Emerald Enclave group chat.
Harumph. So, and then he's like, right. He's focusing back on the connection to Garfield. He's like, the last 2 things I told you, the hair color and the height.
Yes?
I made a deliberate change. This is the correct description. And I tell him,
well, that wasn't very nice of you, but I guess I understand your caution, especially... Actually, I don't understand your caution, as you put the earring on immediately as I gave it to you.
No,
I thought you trusted me, good sir.
I do. I'm a bit, but my friends are looking at me like I'm absolutely mad, so I'm being a bit more cautious.
Well, that is understandable, but you can always trust Garfield. He will just ask for favors if he needs them from you.
Oh, God, what have I done? Right, laddie. Well, there's the information you need. You have a pleasant evening.
Well, thank you very much. You have a great rest of your night. As you have corrected me, I will not talk to you again unless something has come up for me. Have a good night, gentlemen. And he logs off the channel.
I kind of give my head a shake, and I feel a bit mentally fatigued.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. You feel very much so drained. Like it feels like
I actually
you have used,
sit down on the ground. I sit down on the ground and was like, "That'll take some getting used to."
That's not a very good reaction.
Everything
will go all right.
The conversation was fine. It's this trying to talk in trying to think in several mental directions is a bit difficult.
Look, I'll be honest. Sometimes just thinking into one's hard.
Let's put it this way: I can change myself into something. I still think like myself. This is like trying to change myself into something else, obtain that frame of mental reference while maintaining my own mental reference and trying to reconcile the two. Not an easy thing.
Yeah, don't sound like it. Like I said, just thinking the one way, pretty tough sometimes.
So, are we planning on going out to the quarry tonight? I'd
No,
like
I
to.
think I
Oh,
think we'll just go talk to some folks around town, see what else has changed, if anything.
oh, do you mean the lady, Mother Yolantha?
Well, that for one, but I kind of want to talk to like the constable, see
The
what he's
quarry
up,
owner?
the quarry owner, see how she's doing. See if any other people have gone missing, if there's any new additions, things
Do
like
you
that.
think we were seen entering the quarry last time?
Well, we'll find out when we go and talk to the quarry owner, I think. Or we'll find out tonight when they try to kill us in our sleep.
He's like so into that. He's like, they're gonna get us. I swear to fucking God, they're gonna get us.
Right. Well,
Look,
if
Ulrich
that's
did
that,
not make it this long by being under cautious.
Sure. Yeah.
right then, I guess I will go to sleep then. I'm a wee bit tired.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Cool. So are you guys all planning to rest for the night and wake up in the morning?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So we will end the session there then, and we'll pick up next week, the morning that you guys wake up and are looking to get information for everyone. Thank you guys for a great session. BigYin, I'll get into it with you after the session's done about
Sounds good.
what
I'll
your
hang out online.
what your checks are going to be for the future for that mental stuff. And Elwarin, if you want to stick around for that, also I can help you out with that if you want to try to have like both of them, like your regular brain and the Emerald Enclave brain, on constantly. We can have that as a check for you. But yeah, aside from that, thank you guys for a good session. Have a good one.